All right, I believe we are live. Everybody, hello and welcome. Doc, David, Bula, everyone else who's watching. If you're joining after the fact, feel free to skip forward. And let's get the ball rolling. We are going to be watching the Barles Vinchester set today. I did try to find the other set that was played with Cito and Sebastian, but for some reason, those games are not posted online. I'm not sure why. And even, hopefully everyone's doing well. Let's just hit the play button. Dive right in. This is a best of 7 semi-final. The winner of this goes on to the finals for the grand prize, the grand finals, which I believe is happening tomorrow. Game number 1. Barles is playing as the Berbers in orange. Vinchester in his purple as the Incas. What was that about Cito and Sebastian? I for some reason can't seem to locate the games that they played. Otherwise, we'd be watching both sets tonight. But for some reason, when I try to go into their profiles on AoE Insights and AoE2 Rex, they just don't show up the games that they played. So I don't know how else I would be able to access the recordings. I don't know that there's a Discord group. There might be. But in any event, at the very least, we've got one set that we'll be watching today. And even though Barles was blue, Doc, I did change it to orange. So we've got our usual purple-orange battle. Let's take a look at the Berber base. Actually, let's take a look at the map first. Pretty much a direct, open line of attack between the two bases. Two flanking forests to the front. Primary gold, oh god, very exposed to the front. To the rear, not too much. A rhino and some berries, some gold, both patches off to the left side. Primary stone to the right, and extra stone even more exposed to the front. Let's take a look at the Incan base. Gold off to the side, so a little bit safer than Barles' gold. Primary stone very much in the forward position. Speaking of forward position, completely open. And to the rear, a couple of bushes, a rhino as well. Extra stone and gold to the top. Extra gold off to the right. So neither base really great. One has their primary stone very much exposed. One has their primary gold very much exposed. And we'll see who decides to aggress against who here. Although generally the Inca is not the most aggressive of civilizations. Vinchester's pushing the gazelle. Not too sure where exactly he's pushing it. Okay, yeah, does manage to get underneath the TC. I like more and more seeing the players push their herdables, their huntables rather. I don't know what they're called. Huntables, pushables, whatever they are. Sounds like a lunchtime snack for a kid. I like that they put it underneath a town center. A lot of times you see them to save a few seconds here or there. They'll attack the deer once it's a little bit outside. Oh, Tyler, you saw this with T90 earlier? Well, thanks for joining this one. We're in for an amazing semifinals. Awesome. And like I said, I couldn't locate the games. I'm assuming there must be a Discord group. Otherwise, how would T90 have been able to see the games? Unless he's going off of AoE2 Rex. And in that case, maybe not, because the games don't appear there anyway. And this is what I'm talking about. Most pro players, when it comes to their gazelles and their deer and their ostriches, they kill them outside the TC for some reason. I'm not sure why. To save an extra second or two in scout movement timing. I like that Vinchester pushed his right underneath the TC, which makes dropping off food a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. You still need to see Heracito? Yeah, you do. That was an epic series. But like I said, I'm going to try to find those games. Although the finals is tomorrow. I hope I can find the finals games. If I can't find those, that's going to be really annoying. I'll check the Wikipedia site. Maybe I missed something, but I didn't see a Discord link or anything. And if the games aren't on AoE2 Rex, I really do wonder how T90 or Memb were able to cast them. How do you have access to the game if not with a link in Discord or clicking the eyeball button on the AoE2 Rex website? Two militias are moving forward here for our Inca. I believe even in the Dark Age, they are still cheaper when it comes to food cost. And so let's see if he can get any damage done here, or if this is the usual futile skill check, just to make sure that Barles is on point, that Barles doesn't screw up anything. Euro 24, Copa America, and this final all on the same day. Yeah, it's a lot of content to consume. So purple knows where orange is. Orange knows a little bit where purple is. Vinchester, is he going faster castle? With 22 villagers going up to feudal age? He certainly is keeping the aggression. He's seen the stable, so he knows what he's going to be facing. Although seeing a stable against the Berbers is not exactly a big surprise. David, did your link show up? What link? I guess that answers your question. Jester, hello, hello. Huge army lead right now. A lot of it is in these 10% cheaper food militias, which are moving forward. So the entire army count for purple is right here. For orange, he's got one scout inside the rear of the Incan base, and the other scout, I'm assuming, is, yeah, heading out as well. No real defensive army for orange right now, realizing that perhaps this is not exactly the scariest of forces. What has orange seen, by the way? Okay, so nothing, I mean, he's seen everything except for the lumber camp all the way to the right. No, David. What's it? What link are you trying to send? Purple is circling. Okay, I thought a bit of a fast castle play by our Incan, but no, he is doubling down in feudal age army, upgrading his militia line units. I don't know, against the Berbers, upgrading your militia line units. Or maybe it's just one upgrade and then he'll transition to something else. We'll see what the Inca has in mind. For now, the eastern portion of his base, the southern portion of his base, not 100% walled in, but kind of walled in. Closes in on the mill. But right now, both players have pretty much melee armies, which means that these very weak feudal age melee units are not going to accomplish too much. Two purple spearmen are enough to shoo away this Berber force back on this side of the map. Oh, the mill. 4 mills. We've seen them getting destroyed left, right, and center in these sets. But now archers for orange, archers for purple. Hey, Daniel. Oh, is it? It's a link to the Cito Sebastian game? Or set, rather. Going on here in the desert. Scouts have escaped. Purple is hunting them down. Should discover them. There it is. Ooh, now orange is in a bit of a sandwich. Oh, just one game? No, they did play, oddly enough, they played one game about 7-8 hours ago, right before their set. They did play each other, but the actual set itself, I can't find anywhere. Zuil, good evening and good morning. Okay, purple returning home, orange returning home. Neither player banking any real kind of resources. Villager populations identical. Vinchester's ahead in a little bit in army count. Although, not too scary if that entire army is at home at the moment. Getting infantry armor upgrades. So we're seeing some investments here in the feudal age. Are we going to get to see this extended, or is this going to be like one clash between these two armies? They'll all lose all of their units. One player will come out with like 3 or 4 units, and then they'll head up the castle anyway. Or will we be staying in the feudal age for a while? I mean, 15 army count in feudal, 11 army count in feudal is not a small investment. Tower to protect the gold. Villager moves forward. Only one skirmisher. A few archers should shoo this away. But then the tower should shoo the rest away. Still no kills. Possibly the first kill here. Oh, glad I caught that. Vinchester draws first blood. As a Berber villager who moves 10% faster than normal did not move fast enough. Looks like Barles has been repelled over here and now has turned tail and run away. As a second kill, I believe an archer for orange did bite the dust. But now it's orange's turn to sandwich purple. Okay, both players are starting to bank a good amount of food. So it is going to be one big engagement and then pretty much going up to castle age. Barles finally getting his first kill as well. I mean, this is just real bad for Barles here on the left side. He is taking 1 versus 4 fights. But here, he's doing quite well. The eagle versus the scout. Okay. Scouts disengage, I'm assuming because their HP is super low. So kind of an engagement, kind of not. Looks like our Berber does have 850 food. Vinchester, our Incan, struggling to hit 600. So it does seem like our Berber will... Oh, he sold 100 stone. Okay, so he sold stone. Neither player really having enough stone for a second TC right now. One player having sold it, one player building a tower. But on the whole, kind of a meh feudal age. Some commitment, not a lot. Barles absolutely no upgrades on his units, whereas our Inca did get armor upgrades for his infantry and then fletching. Sees the flag on these archery range, doesn't know exactly what's there. Probably could guess it's skirmishers. So the big players kind of left this prize pool for the community. Maybe. I don't know if they did that. Bizarre thoughts. I don't know if they did that on purpose. Although, I mean, Vinchester, Barles, Citeaux, Sebastian are pretty big players themselves. I think Citeaux has like the number 3 or 4 highest elo right now. You managed to get 5 people together today for a community game on the Discord. Went well. Oh, that's awesome, Daniel. I'm glad to hear that. I gotta get my shit together and start flexing the Discord muscle a little more. I've just been neglecting it. Skirmisher chases Archer. I'm sure at this point the Archer can just turn around and kill the Skirmisher with a whole massive 2 HP. Both players in castle. The old Botkin crossbow combo. For our Inca, who is here with how many? 11 archers? 10? There's an eagle. Oh my goodness. What happens if this eagle fights this skirmisher? 2 HP each. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, sour. Crossbow versus skirmisher. A bit of a man-at-arms meat shield with a spearman as well. Second TC for Vinchester. Going on the stone. Let's see his wall off. He left the gold to the right outside the base. He left the gold to the left outside of the base. Orange's wall off is even worse. He's not even pretending to take that primary gold anymore. Going instead for the extra gold off to the side as Vinchester tries to bust his way in through a few houses. Crossbow's working away at a farm. If you can't bust in, then might as well lame a bit of farming, destroy a little bit of food. And oh my goodness, where is Chris? Janitors are out. Okay, we got ourselves some mounted skirmishers. Bongs in Black Forest. That would be fun. Somebody please take care of this skirmisher. He's got 2 HP. Send a villager. Send something. Just not the monk. Yeah, Barles' base is bizarrely shaped and incredibly open. Especially now that Purple has managed to bust his way in. Normally, I would say this is not great for Purple because he'll get trapped. But there's an opening here, there's an opening here, there's an opening here. 2 more Genitors pop out. They are moving to intercept. No, never mind. I guess there's an opening here as well. What an absolute cool unit, the Genitor. Why is he hesitating to engage, though? With Bloodlines, he's got 70 HP, pretty much double the crossbow's HP. And it's a counter unit that comes with attack bonuses against the crossbow. So why is he so hesitant? He's picking off infantry. Oh, and while he was picking off infantry with the Genitors, the crossbows actually killed all the skirmishers except for 2. But doesn't matter. The Jenny cleans up. I mean, come on. You can't do it now because it's kind of trapped in this nook, but somebody kill this freaking skirmisher. It's not really doing very much damage. It's just being really annoying. Another stable for our Berber, who, now that we're in Castle Age, does have discounted units across the board. Yeah, Genitor cleanup success. Absolutely. It is it's always a surprise when you never really see Genitors as much as you do. They're not that much more expensive food cost. It's just 15 extra food compared to a skirmisher. No. Oh, lucky monk. Lucky monk. Attack bonuses are pretty decent as well. +4. Basically. The game has attack bonuses, but no defense bonuses. Some units have defense bonus. The Condottiero has defense bonus. The Cataphract for the Byzantines has a defense bonus. Some units do. I really still do want to see this eagle. I guess they must be the town center. Yeah, 1 kill that got that one random skirmisher here. Okay, he sees the eagle shift, loses a Jenny to conversion. Now, interestingly, when I looked at the bonuses, I didn't see Cavalry Archer bonus. Cavalry Archer 0. And these guys do have Cavalry Archer armor, so unlike skirmishers that have bonus, 100% bonus against one another, here you're just relying on your Archer bonus +4 against that Archer armor. No real Cavalry Archer bonus, but he doesn't need the bonus, because he is facing off against a whole bunch of villagers moving forward, but then back. Oh, he gets discovered as he moves out. Vinchester's definitely going to cancel that castle, right? At some point? Oh god, the Genitors are getting wrecked, and Vinchester suspected that he could probably hold this. His eagles are chasing away knights. Oh my goodness, look at the HP on these 2 knights. Together, they have less than 25 cents of HP. And really move the villagers back out. Now, this is not exactly the biggest of armies here for Vinchester, so even if he pushes, he's got to be careful. Defender's advantage going to orange. He can reinforce from 3 stables. Everything from those stables is now 15% cheaper in Castle Age, 20% cheaper in Imperial. And that's not like the Magyars that are just get cheaper light cavalry units. None of this applies to everything in the stable. No ballistics for anybody just yet. Genitor is leading the eagles on the chase while... What's he doing? Pushing in the front? So he's converging on this location, but the castle's already at 55%. Not too sure he's going to be able to stop it. Even with the Genitors, there aren't that many. Only 3 over here. 1 and 5 knights over there. I've seen Genitors once every like 10 games or once every 15 or 20 games out of pro players. I agree. It should be used a lot more. It is just such a cool unit. Defensive castle here for our Berber. Pikeman chases, Pikeman closes and kills. He has monks. He has a castle. Heal these two knights up. 23 HP. Ugh. What's the game plan here? Teeth the stone. Now Vinchester has 18 villagers on stone. He's heading up to Imperial. So I guess the name of the game is Trebuchets. He's ahead. What is that? 17, 18 villagers? Army count basically identical. 7 pike, 3 eagles, and a monk are taking on 7 knights, 3 jennies, 2 skirmishers, 2 monks, and a camel archer. Okay. Barles is gonna need to be way more aggressive to beat Vinchester. Yeah, so far, I mean, the Berbers are, in my opinion, any civilization that has discounted units is designed primarily to be aggressive. And so, or at least aggressive with those units. So when you have 15% off, 20% off your stable units, he says, highlighting an archery range, I think you're supposed to be a bit more aggressive than this. But he did try, he did push out, and luckily he did catch those villagers early on as they were moving out. Unfortunately for him, now he's dealing with not 1 but 2 forward castles. Another gold patch gets slain, but he's taking this one in earnest. I love the location of the castle right next to it. But the Incan army is just getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper by the minute. All of these units that cost food, eventually those savings do add up, as small as they are. Cheesesteak Jimmy's. A cheat code from the past. Is that still a cheat code, by the way? Well, Bizarre Thoughts, you're actually explaining how pro players need to play. They never float resources. The name of the game for them is spend every single resource you have right up until you need to get a technology or you need to go up to the next age. Until then, until you have a reason to save resources, you're always spending. You'll never see a top player with like 1,000 wood when he's going archers, for example, or 1,000 food if he's going hussars or light cavalry spam. Sometimes it happens, obviously. No one's perfect, but on the whole, I think the name of the game for these players is spend every single resource you have until you have a need to save. So like I said, building structures or researching technologies, going up to the next age. And so Vinchester does have 100+ villagers, so it won't really take him that long to gather 1,000 food off the back of 18 villagers on food. I mean, 18's a little low. 32 for our Berber is much better, but I think it's 18 because he ran a few of them off the TC. But what the hell is this? Vinchester, 18 idle villagers. I think we saw this yesterday with him as well. Elite Eagle Warriors, 32 of them. Where even are these 32? Oh, it looks like he's sideswiping this base. And as a rule of thumb, I never get tired of mentioning this, you cannot leave your base open to a meso civ, because then those eagles, it doesn't matter if they have 40 extra HP, +4 attack, or +2 pierce armor, they will run into that base and they will just not die. Lemmy, welcome. So the Berber is trying to attack the rear of the Incan base. The Incan's already chasing with +4 attack bonus, as we saw yesterday against cavalry. Catches the knights in a corner. Oh god. To be fair, this is probably as good as Barles is gonna get it. Although his units, somehow there's 4 units in here. I thought we dealt with the stacking in this game. Orange villagers entering into the purple radius of attack. Now purple units are, did I say villagers? I meant knights. Now purple military is entering the orange sphere of influence. A random Berber battering ram. What? How did the knights win that? Did he pull Eagle Warriors? No. How the hell did those 4 knights beat that? ball of archer. Oh my god, ball of eagles. Wow. Eric bomb. Eagles feel like bed bugs. They just get in everywhere and hard to pin down. Yeah. And then you wake up, instead of sores all over your body, you wake up with a base that's completely empty. You're passing for a bunch of things with pepperoni pizza because I used to... Speaking of, my wife brought home a pepperoni pizza from Domino's. So after this set, you best believe yours truly is going to be gorging himself on some leftover Domino's. I'll put a picture in the community on Discord in case anyone thinks I'm joking. Although by now I don't think anyone thinks I'm joking. Knights underneath TC. They're not going to survive very long. Knights are back here trying to snipe villagers. Treb is attacking and should gun down this Berber castle. Our Berber only has 100 stone left. Another purple Treb Kamayuk out. 5 of them in total. So the Berber is being pressed into, and as much as he's trying to do damage on the other side of the map, now you're dealing with elite Eagle Warriors. Man, they need some more attack upgrades. And they need fabric shields. But the eyeballs of the Incan are being taken away as Vinchester plops down a castle. We'll see how well that goes. I mean, our Incan army on paper looks pretty good, right? 10 pikemen, Kamayuks, Eagle Warriors. The problem is that, where the hell is this army? A little bit over here, a little bit over here, a little bit over here. Nothing over here, which means you lose a Treb. Even though he's ahead 10 army count, it's hard to kind of make use of that advantage if you've carved your army advantage into 4 or 5 different locations and then are not engaging into the enemy. Although it does catch a couple of villagers. Jack and Jill went up the hill to mine some gold, and they absolutely get rickety wrecked by, looks like 6 or 7 eagles. And the Berber's moving in yet again, wants to get another trap snipe now. And riddle me this. Why didn't he go up the left side? Why did he have to go through castle fire to get there? Barles is down 22 villagers. He's down 12 army count. But he's got 15 knights, 5 camel archers. Oh, Tyler, you work for Domino's? Damn, that is a pretty holy sacrosanct job. My wife always, what the hell? My wife always laughs at me whenever we drive by the local Domino's and I like nod my head while I'm driving. And I tell her it's my holy place. Calls me an idiot. It's probably not wrong. Barles' aggression on the other side of the map is over. This eagle is going to try to kill as many villagers as he possibly can as the long pointy Kamayuks absolutely eviscerate the Night Force. And another third forward castle. Remember, the Inca's 15% cheaper castles, so instead of 650 it's about 550 stone. So he's already saved 500 just by going 5 castles, and he has a few more villagers on stone. 3 trebuchets. Where are you going? You're going dangerously close, but the line fades, which tells me the castle is now down. More frying. That 1 kill has become 6, about to become 7. But the knights are here. Let's see how well they can do. And Vinchester. Damn, Vinchester takes game number 1. Absolute map control. Absolute pressure. And our Berber tried a few times early on in feudal and early castle with those genitors to put on the pressure, but ultimately just couldn't close the deal. And so again, with the meso civs, if you get surrounded and you don't wall off, this is what happens. Eagles flow in, eagles pop out. Although, to be fair, 42 villager kills to 24. I think Vinchester could have done a lot more damage to the civilian population of his opponents. These, holy moly, these 5 camel archers have 15 kills. And where, oh, where is Chris? When you need his input on the Berbers here, they did not win. So the curse of Chris's Berbers continues. 81 knights to 116 warriors. Kamayuks, Genitors. We got to see Camel Archers, Genitors, Kamayuks. We got to see 3 of the 4 unique units this game. By the way, both civs come with 2 unique units, just missing the Slinger for the Incas. PKPM 9 minutes in, 2 minutes in. No shenanigans. No one tried to steal any boars. 3 relics for our Inca. The economy, if you remove the relics, pretty much only about 10% apart. Wood going to the Berber, the rest going food, gold, stone to our Inca. 4,000, more than 4,000 extra gold. And there's your Eagle, Elite Eagle Warriors. 4 conversions to 1, not the end of the day. 13 raisings to 1. Ouch. Let me catch up to the chat. I see I'm missing some pizza talk. Yeah, I'm definitely... I'm going to post it right after the set. You better have some Domino's pizza. You made some yakisoba, Lemmy? Okay. I feel like you've made that before, no? Or was that... No, I think that was you. You made yakisoba before. Banter, hello, hello. Welcome. You are here just in time as we watch... Rather move on to game number 2. Room temperature pizza is all right. Now, the thing that I do with Domino's, which agree, disagree, I always get extra sauce because the Domino's pizza sauce has a little bit of a spice to it. Not too much, but a little bit of a spice. And I love anything spicy. I think I told you guys, I go to like every spice festival. I have an entire cabinet. I forgot to post. I'm going to post a picture of the... Well, maybe I'll do it tomorrow because the baby's already asleep, but I'll post a picture of the spice cabinet as well, all my various hot sauces. Interesting. Assistant to the regional manager. Tyler, that's pretty cool. Co6, hello, hello. Yeah, pizza is all carbohydrates, unless you get like just dead pig right on top of it. Mr. Egg. Malay in orange this time for Barles, and Vinchester Slavs in purple. Yeah, okay. Some potential interesting fun things here. Do we think we're going to get to see elephants? Are we going to get surprised with a 55-minute elephant transition? Let's take a look at the base. Oh yeah, spicy hot sauce is the best. Lee, yeah, thanks for saying hi. And thanks for lurking. Primary, let's actually take first at the attack path. Also pretty much an open direct line with the exception of 1 forest. And speaking of open, holy moly, look at this Slavic base. Luckily for him, the gold is to the rear, stone to the front, extra gold to the front as well. And the scout on the usual exploration path should discover all 4 sheep. Berries to the back, forest to the back. I can't tell if this is 1 forest or 2. I don't know if this is supposed to... I think it's 2 because I'm looking at Barles' base and I see 3 forests. So 1, 2, 3, even though they're kind of like... conjoined twins here with this one little piece of bamboo. Extra gold to the rear, as is another forest and a relic. So not terrible, except for the obviously massive wide open nature of the front position. But speaking of open, this is pretty much an open base too. Primary stone really on the attack path. Extra gold to the rear, primary gold. Secure, but not really. How the hell are you supposed to mine this gold? Can you put a mining camp up here, or is this 3 tiles? I think you can put a mining camp here, but I'm assuming if Vinchester puts on the aggression, there's going to be a castle up here, which means the mining camp's going to have to go 2 or 3 tiles away on the low ground. What an ugly, ugly spawn for your extra 3rd gold. It looks like Barles also has some wood to the rear. No relic, though. Relic is off to the right. So on the whole, pretty much open bases. One player... Actually, both players have their primary stone very much exposed, whereas Vinchester has his gold off to the back. Barles off to the side, but not really super duper exposed. And Taka, hello. Purple gonna need those woods. I mean, there is not a lot of forest coverage anywhere near Purple's base. There's this one that we saw to the top, and then there's a few on this side, but we're yet another weird map spawn where there's like 15 to 20 of these clumps of forest, but they're pretty far away. In the immediate vicinity, I think orange is in a little bit better spot with these two forests, although this one is obviously very annoying to work with unless you're the Georgians, the Armenians with that mobile mule cart. Abdullah, hello, hello. You make a mean fried rice? I love cooking fried rice. Absolutely love it. Miftar, is this match live? No, we're live watching, but the match was played earlier today. So it was live, I think, like 7 or 8 hours ago. But the voice you hear coming to you directly into your ear is live. I must cast some games we played yesterday. Which games are those? We'll eventually get into... Like I said, I I sound like a broken record. Like I'm always apologizing for not having a community game up and running. Yeah, I always feel so bad. Our Malays first to the feudal age, no surprise there. Remember, they go up. On paper, it says 66% faster. I think what I mean is a third faster. This game's making you hungry. The game or the chat? Bizarre thoughts. Vinchester's going for bean shaped. Yeah, this is weird, right? I mean, this is a prime location here for archers to lame not one, but 2 lumberjack operations, although I don't see any ranged units out of our Malay at the moment. Oh, you shared it on Discord? I'll definitely take a look. May I ask, when casting, have you watched the match before broadcasting, or you blindly take what you see? Oh, I blindly take what I see. I have not seen these games. I don't know if it's like 4-0, if it's 4-1, 4-2, 4-3. I have a little system in place to keep me in the dark and keep me ignorant. So I have no clue what the hell is going to go, what the hell is going to happen. Which explains why half the time I call the wrong thing, right? Do I want to know? Absolutely not. I enjoy the suspense and the surprise as much as everyone else. Right now, the suspense for me is who is going to get the first kill. And it is Barles this game who gets the first kill as a Slavic spearman. Oh, but Romeo and Juliet died together here. 2 spearmen, 1 of each color. Now these skirmishers are going to get punished as well. Why did the scouts stop chasing? Ooh, a little bit of hesitation out of Barles as to which skirmisher he should have gone after. Means that he loses 0, does Vinchester, but he ultimately does lose a scout up here. So Barles takes a 3-1 kill lead. Yeah, if I watched a game, I would, like in my regular daily videos, I would say so in the beginning. Like I know, for example, like I try to do like almost like what T90 does when he knows, like if he's seen a game that he's casting on YouTube, he'll say something like, you know, I watched this game, it's exciting, I want you guys to watch something that happens here. But so far, I think I don't think I've actually seen any game that I've casted. I don't think I've done that even once. Yeah, which is weird. Because sometimes I watch really fun games on, like, I'll watch Hera live stream, and I'll watch the Viper live stream and T90. And sometimes the games are really good. And I make a note of which game it is, and then I guess I just forget. I have like a whole weird little system where I make sure that I have no clue what the hell happens in a game, but maybe at the end of the day I can cast some games where I actually know, like if something nice happens on Hera's live stream, I'll be able to say like I saw this game earlier. It's going to be a fun one. But no, I enjoy the suspense. I enjoy making the wrong call 50% of the time. If that makes any sense. It makes no sense. And again, it is Vinchester who is circling, prowling. It looks like Barles is returning home with his army. Scout stops in the middle, probably to spot reinforcements, unless, never mind, he was just resting his horse. Don't want those muscles to cramp up. And now we've got yet again. This unit counters this unit, but that unit counters this unit. And then this unit counters that unit. Sometimes you watch Mem in the morning, then me cast the same series at night. Nice. I appreciate that, Lee. I know I have no illusions about like the novelty of this live stream or every of the live streams. Like this game was played 7-8 hours ago. Mem live streamed it. I think on YouTube he got like 11,000 views. So you know, the majority of people have already seen this, but unfortunately I just can't live stream during the day. It's not something I can do with a baby. But I'm at least happy that there's a few people here and there that want to watch it after the fact as well. And people that want to join and talk about food and movies and a whole bunch of other nonsense as our Malay heads up to the next age. They go up about a minute quicker than their opponents to castle. Looked for a second like he was firing on this macaw. Okay, and now it's our Malay who's putting on the pressure. In a minute, he will be in the castle age. He's getting fletching. I'm assuming we're gonna get to see elite skirmishers out of him. Oh yeah, different perspectives are, of course. Like I wouldn't pretend to. Like I wouldn't pretend ever to say something like my casting is better than this person or that person. I think every caster brings something different to the table, and not every caster's for every viewer, sort of thing. Tomislav, and yes, and Nicolas Cage. And Tomislav, I already promised about the community games on the Discord, by the way. How was Vienna at 1 or 2 in the morning? Yeah, like I said, and Taka and Miftar, yeah, it's like not everyone's for everybody. I just like the fact that people like my kind of casting as well. I would never say more or less than this person, that person, but yeah, look, I've gotten my fair share of complaints and my fair share of criticisms as well. Well, banter, I don't disagree with you, obviously, just because I'm a narcissist, but, you know. Saturday, too many drunk people out? Yeah. Town center to the south, town center to the north. Vinchester is down 40 villagers. That's what happens when you go up against the Malay. You just have to factor in that they're going to reach the next age quicker than you, and so they can go off the back of more villagers and train a few here or there. Oh, he walls himself in, but doesn't pull the villagers. And there's no army here, so he might lose a villager or two. I love that he's sacrificing 2 villagers to the back. just so the rest can run away. But where the hell are these villagers going? So far, it looks like just 2 villager kills. 3 now with that 1 farmer. That could have been a lot worse. Who's kidding who? That could have been a lot worse. In the meantime, our castle age army for our Malay is roaming the map. Life hack, there absolutely is no Elo requirement for community games. 0. Exactly. You need the game, and you need to be alive. You need to have a pulse, and you need to have the game. He gets a conversion, loses the monk for it, though. Yeah, Zuil, I'm definitely not a pro player. When I start playing this game, it's going to be very embarrassing. It's going to be very humbling for me. And very embarrassing and very hilarious for everyone to watch. Because you're absolutely right. There's a difference between knowing theoretically what to do in what situation and what unit to use and what strategy and what build order and what meta and what resource to take and all that. And now I'm looking at my old 41-year-old hand that's on my mouse. And then there's a difference between all that and then actually executing and clicking, which somebody like Hera in his 20s does 12 hours a day. And somebody like the Viper has done so much that he even injured his hand doing it. Today you played 3 games and all lost? Whatever. At least you got to play. Life hack, how do we join the community game lobby? Are you already a member of the Discord? If not, there's a link in the pinned comment above. If he goes Karambits, our Malay, I mean, the Slavs and Imperial have an amazing answer to that with Druzhina infantry that will just mow them down even quicker. Looks like a few Scorpions are out. We're going up to 6 Scorpions for our Slav. Remember, all their siege units are 15% cheaper. Now, against Karambits, Scorpions are probably not the greatest thing, but against some skirmishers, why the hell not? Loses another unit to a conversion. And never, ever discount Forced Levy. You almost never see Forced Levy out of the Malay. That basically turns their two-handed swordsmen into 65 food trash units. But it is always a possibility with them. On the other hand, never discount Boyars, which pretty much kill everything that the Malay can throw at the Slavs. Who's kidding who? How do you join the Discord? Yeah, it's in the pinned comment is the link. Yeah, Druzhina is a ridiculous upgrade. Infantry with trample damage. That's why it's, I think, the second most expensive unique tech in the game. Okay. Town center, a 3rd one for our Malay. A 3rd one's been up for a while for our Slav, who is, in fact, adding Boyars. The Teutonic Knight on a horse. Now, I don't know that you necessarily want to send them towards monks and pikemen. That might be a huge mistake. They are not very fast on their feet, even with husbandry. But all of a sudden, our Malay is throwing away a bunch of pikemen here. What was the point of that? He's fighting uphill against Scorpions, Knights, and Boyars. That Malay army just melted, but does he care? He's heading up to Imperial. Again, over a minute quicker than everyone else, and Vinchester's gonna get caught with his pants down here. He's got a quarter of the resources that he needs to go up to Imperial. And he's gonna have to suss this out immediately. The question is, what is our Malay going to do? He's got 12 villagers on stone, 300 stone only. So no castle anytime soon. Definitely not gonna get a castle by the time he hits Imperial. What about the Malay battle elephant? The Malay Battle Elephant is a very sad, unfortunate unit. I feel very bad for the Malay Battle Elephant because it's missing, take a look at the top left, not just one, but it's missing 2 armor upgrades. Although, to be fair, at a 25% discount in Imperial Age, does it really matter? Although honestly, based on the number of barracks that we see, we may actually see Forced Levy. That would be pretty damn cool, though, to see. Although, again, going infantry against mass Scorpions, Boyars is, yeah, it's a death sentence. Actually, what is the Malay Elephant discount? I'm sorry, it's not 25. It's not 25, it's 35% cheaper in Imperial Age. It's 25% Castle Age. They changed it recently. They made it worse. It used to be 30-40. Now it's 25-35. By the way, I think Orange saw the construction of both castles. And now he's adding pikemen. Gonna go up to halberdier. Okay. Interesting choice. I for sure thought the extra barracks were gonna take us to Forced Levy. Xbox is down. There should be a tournament for casters and let the pros cast the casters gameplay while you guys sit back and have fun. Well, that wouldn't be fair because T90 would win that tournament hands down. T90 is pretty much a pro player. Yeah, exactly, Abdullah. There's nothing for free in Age of Empires. Nothing ever is just good or bad. Ooh, Converted Boyar is free, though. That's a nice get there, but Converted Boyar with 24 HP left only. This one's a little healthier. Oh, no. Vinchester's heading up to Imperial. He's ahead 18 villagers. He's ahead 3 army count. But now there's a orange castle, and where is purple going here? Does save, looks like about half of the Scorpion count. Oh, I don't know that this castle is going to go up. There is no defense here against the Boyars and the Scorpions. Dog, T90 is really good at this game. That's why I said if there's ever a tournament between casters, it's no question who gets number 1. Banter, I am in shock that he's going infantry against the Slavs. And I guess he's in shock as well because that strategy literally shit the bed. I don't understand what Barles was doing here. Why did he go infantry against the Slavs? Maybe all casters below 2K. Oh, man. Oh, it is a doubt. Is it a doubt castle? It's 90%. Is that technically a doubt castle? Oh, no. The Boyar is inside the chicken coop. Villager with 1 whole HP. Again, I don't understand the strategy here out of our Malay. He went heavy on the pikemen. I get it. You don't want to face off against the Boyar. Who the hell would want to face off against this unit? But he was pretty much safe at home, right? Barles wasn't being raided at all. He's taking resources completely unhindered. Stone and gold and food and wood. Vinchester's not raiding at all because, I mean, the Slavs are not exactly a raiding unit until you get their hussars. And then with those 15% faster farmers, they start kicking ass. But there were no hussars here. So I'm surprised that with all of this eco, he ultimately goes halberdier and then streams them in one at a time. The Boyar axe is absolutely brutal. That thing is massive. Matthias, aren't all denied castles doubt castles? Okay, fair enough. See, there's a big question mark that I don't think anyone has really answered. Many have tried. Half the community says a doubt castle is when you almost finish a castle and then you die. And the other half of the community says it's when you finish a castle in enemy territory and then the castle gets destroyed immediately by the opponent. So I don't know which one is exactly a doubt castle. It could probably be both. Yeah, halbs to boyars and scorpions, skirmisher to skirmisher monks. I'm very curious. Oh, PKPM roughly at the same, 11.5, 12.5. I'm curious to see the economy. It's not that bad for the Malay. It's not terrible. He's down 10%, 15%. A tiny bit more wood, everything else. I mean, down 1,000 gold is not great against the Slavs, whose siege units are cheaper, and the boyar is not exactly the cheapest unit in the game. But honestly, did he have to GG here? I get it, your castle's denied. Vinchester's killed 108 units, but that's not really that indicative. You went skirmisher and pikeman. So of course he's going to kill double the amount of units. And Vinchester also got 19 villager kills. I guess the villager disparity was too big. Difference of 32 villagers is a pretty big difference. In any event, game number 2 also goes to Vinchester. Let's move on to game number 3. And then I need to catch up a bit in the chat. You've heard it as a castle that's almost completed but then denied. Teutonic Knights and Boyars are first cousins. That's because they both have insane levels of armor. They are both very difficult to take down. Matthias, if it's finished, you wouldn't call it a doubt. Okay. So it's an unfinished one. That's what I'm saying. Like, but in my comments on videos, people say it's a castle that's finished and then gets destroyed. Banter, the matchup favors the Malay. I guess they have a higher win rate against the Slavs. Oh, true, Lemmy. There is that achievement. But you know, it's a technically defined term. If you Google Doubt Castle, it is a actual defined term on the internet. And I believe the defined term is built in enemy territory and then destroyed. And anyway, that's neither here nor there. Unless we see it again, maybe. Vinchester, this time spawning on the left side as the Khmer, the Khmer taking on the Huns. I guess I should have seen it was the Huns when I didn't see a single house anywhere. Let's see. Two very powerful late game civilizations here. Primary gold. Kind of in the forward position, but safe behind this forest. I think a wall off this way could do well. Stone also off to the side. Berries off to the side. Extra gold to the back. As is a relic and a bit more forest. Extra stone to the front. Extra gold to the front. Not a terrible base, except that it's, like last game, pretty open. Oh man, speaking of open, look at this Khmer base. North is open. South is open. But he has 1, 2, 3 little forests on the attack path, whereas Barles has no forests on the attack path. Where's that primary gold secure to the back? Stone off to the side. Piggly Wigglies are being sent forward to their delicious deaths. And berries to the rear. Extra stone, extra gold kind of to the bottom. So on the whole, Vinchester, I think, with a better base. Although there's a lot of high ground here surrounding his base that the Huns with those cheaper cavalry archers could potentially take and be very annoying with. The original Doubt Castle was built but then destroyed. Maybe that's why. Well, there you go. Yeah, exactly. The term has evolved. A forward castle for win conditions start more than 50%. The Steam achievement describes it as lose an unfinished castle that is at least 95% complete. Okay, well, we'll take what the game itself says, as opposed to, like, Matthias, what you're talking about is what I was reading too, the original definition. So I guess if it had to be 95% complete, technically last game that was not a Doubt Castle. Both players have pretty awful maps. I will not say no to that. I mean, Orange has a huge ledge here of high ground in the forward position. And for the first time, the bases have actually spawned kind of correspondingly. 4 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock position here. And I think Barles is going to go straight towards the right spot. Purple, not yet done pushing the deer. Oh, wow. Only 1 in 5 players have that achievement. Well, I guess it's not that hard if you play against AI, right? You build a castle, you get it to 96%, then you stop building it and just move away and let your opponent destroy it. I'm sure, like, hard AI could do that, no? In any event, I am very curious to see this matchup. You have extra range scorpions, you have discounted cavalry archers. Do you think we're gonna get to see ballista elephants? What do the chat think about that? His primary stone is very weird, weirdly placed, but he's got another stone patch right here. Not a lot of base wall-offs between these two players. Also, by the way, both games they've been pretty much open bases. You got it with a friend on arena. Well, there you go. Okay, purple discovers the primary stone, so he knows he's in the right area. And any second now, actually, no. Okay, he's definitely going to discover. If he goes right, he'll see the lumber camp. If he goes north, he'll see the mill in the TC. Still 16 seconds away. Ooh, that line of sight is so shitty on a scout and cat in Dark Age. Watch it go up now in 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. So much better now. It's kind of an interesting question whether scouting is more efficient in the Dark Age or in the Feudal Age with the extra line of sight. I guess if you're attempting a laming strategy or a town center drop, I guess it really depends on what you're doing. Another bean-shaped base here. Okay, so primary gold has been secured for our Hun. Both players 21 population. Looks like both players have seen where the other one has spawned. And if you're wondering why there's a stable here with a bunch of horses' asses, but no barracks anywhere, welcome to the Khmer. There is no such thing as a prerequisite for them. They don't need to build a barracks to get a stable. They don't need to build anything to go up to the next stage even. As long as they've got the resources, they will advance. You plant the castle, drop each other, and then stop. It's complete. Then we destroy each other's. Well, there you go. That's how you get that achievement, I guess. Okay, a couple of Khmer. It would have been fun to see the Khmer take on the Slavs with the 2 farmer bonuses. Orange does have a few units across the map. Both of them are investing in some food-heavy army compositions for Feudal Age. $14 villagers for both players on food, 10, 11 on wood. No gold, no stone. So we are firmly in trash mode at the moment. Firmly in Feudal Age trash mode. Ooh, look at that. Fancy maneuver, but ultimately... I mean, Orange did get a few whacks off against these scouts, so a little bit of damage done in exchange for a little bit of wood. But now it's Purple's turn to lay a trap. Orange sees it, immediately backs away. Archery range has been spotted, I assume? Yeah. But like it's like with the Berbers seeing a stable. I mean, you're going up against the Huns. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get to see an archery range. Both players finally have some villagers on gold as their economies continue to grow into the 30s. More and more scouts coming out of our Khmer. An archery range for what? 2 archers are being trained. Okay. He does have a scout lead. Unfortunately for him, there are no spearmen in here in this purple army. So I wonder if that's why he's going archers. Maybe he should have gone skirmishers better. But I guess the archer kind of a dual purpose unit. Can attack the scouts, can attack the spearmen. No minimum range. It's not a terrible unit to rely. It does sap your gold a little bit, though. Although, does he care? Looks like he's already 5 villagers on gold up here to the top. Do I cast games later because of time zone? Busy with work life? No, I cast games later because my baby is asleep now. And I work from home, so during the day it's much harder for me to cast. Eventually, I'll start incorporating more daytime casts. I am planning on adding some Twitch streams as well. And once that happens, I'll be doing daytime casts. Twitch is like a completely different animal than YouTube. Twitch, you need to sit down. I mean, if you want to be successful in Twitch, you need to sit down and do like 5, 6, 8, 10-hour streams. Especially if you're like me, you're not exactly the, you haven't been around that long, you know? There are a lot of scouts from our Khmer. And luckily for him, the Hunnic army is completely out of position, but Barles does get the first 2 killed. The Hunnic army might be out of position, but so are those 2 archers. And now half the Hunnic army is to the left. Half of it is here to the right. 10 scouts to 8. Spearman gets got as well. So there we go. Our Khmer gets his first kill of the game. Now he goes, not too sure where purple's going. He's on patrol, it looks like. But yeah, I know YouTube isn't like the primary place for Age of Empires live streaming. Most of that takes place on Twitch. But if I'm like the kind of person that if I want to do something, I'm going to try to do it really well. And if I can't find 4 hours during the day to live stream on Twitch, I just won't do it. Like, there's no point in live streaming for an hour on Twitch. YouTube is different. YouTube is like I said, a completely different algorithm, a completely different focus. Twitch is all about hours and live streaming, etc. Do Canadians have air conditioner? No, we put big blocks of ice in our apartments. And as the ice melts, it cools down the room. Twitch. Twitch is Twitch is a fantastic platform for live streaming. Unfortunately, like, live streaming isn't my main kind of thing. I'm very much focused on just content creation and daily videos and shorts and stuff like that. Looks like we've got a bit of a Hunnic penetration. First villager kill of the game going to Barles as well, so he's already performing better this game than the last several games, just by virtue of him being the one putting on the aggression. Archers are just wailing away at these villagers here. What is there to stop them? A single archer. We'll see how many kills they can actually get. Looks like one of them is dead. But all of a sudden, 3 kills, 3 villager kills for our Hun. Yeah, in our igloos. Yeah, no, we have air conditioning. Of course we have air conditioning. But it's not like European air conditioning or like Middle Eastern air conditioning. It's we have central, so one machine pumping cold air to every room, not like every room has its own little mini air conditioner, which is what my experience has been in other parts of the world. Caribbean as well, I should say. Will he get a villager before he dies? Certainly looks like it. Yep. Oh my god, will he get a second villager before he dies? He does have forging. No, the Khmer remembers a little bit too late that he can run the villagers into the houses. He needlessly lost 9 villagers there. The whole point of surrounding yourself with houses for the Khmers that you can run into them. And Vinchester preferred to mine gold instead of keeping his villagers alive. And because of that, the 9, not 7 dwarves that were gold mining, but 9 Disney dwarves died. And Barles takes a significant villager lead, 14 villagers ahead. He is heading up to the Castle Age. Vinchester's been there for a bit. But now you're facing off against a Castle Age unit. Town Center is up to the top. Town Center here to the bottom. Barles is now 2 minutes away from hitting the next age, and now a pair of knights. Oh no. He's not pulling villagers. I wonder why. He's moving a few spearmen forward. I mean, without bloodlines, these knights are not going to be exactly the strongest, but just like that, in the blink of an eye, 3 Hunnic villagers do die. What's here? Oh, a random archer unit. Okay, the knight barely touched him, and he died. I mean, let him attack this. He can't bust in here. There's a tree here. There's a palisade here. Why are you even repairing that? Even if he destroyed that, he couldn't bust into the wood line. Okay. Odd choice of attack here for Vinchester, who is now only 4 kills away from equalizing the kill count. But he has he spent his time in Castle Age wisely? He's now ahead villagers. Barles still has his 200 stone, only enough wood for 1 town center. Full feudal can be really fun because the armies are so weak. It takes them so long to kill each other. And they all come with attack bonuses against one another, or at the very least, good attacks versus the shitty armor of the others. I mean, our Khmer, if you're going to double down on melee cavalry, might as well get bloodlines, no? So both players are in Castle Age, a market for our Hun, who has 700 gold. How many archery ranges? Just 1 archery range, out of which he's training 2 cav archers. More knights die. I mean, Vinchester's just throwing knights away right now. Now it is the turn of the Hun. Okay, so I said 9 times out of 10 you see cav archers. And of course, Barles goes melee cavalry. Although we'll see how long he commits to that. Synchronized attack, baby. So nice to see in this game. Knights move forward, try to stop the takedown of the house. They should succeed here. There's 3 villagers repairing this house. Monk. Now the monk will come out. The monk will shoo this entire army away. They do not. Pro players do not like to risk losing a single unit. I honestly don't know why he didn't keep attacking this house, even if he lost a knight to one of these monks. Actually, now that I look at it, never mind. I was gonna say he could have busted into here and done some damage, but there's a town center here, there's a town center here, there's nowhere he can go. Big fat stable blocking the way. So running away in that case, never mind, was the right choice. Bear jumps into action. Where the hell did he come from? Okay, there's a bit of gap in the forest here. So the bear choosing to attack. Cav archers +2 attack and range. Army count is triple the size for our Hun, but he is now down 15 villagers. And this is what I was talking about, that high ground. I wonder why Vinchester didn't use the high ground as... I mean, if he just moved his structures 6 or 7 tiles this way, he could have gotten the high ground over his opponent. Now, if Barles sets up shop up here with mangonels, with cav archers, with trebuchets, whatever, that's not going to be good for Vinchester, who's not getting pressed into with light cavalry units, +1/+1 on them. Already get 1 villager, another villager. Battle of knights here to the top right. Knight versus light, cav versus villager to the bottom left. And now Vinchester pulls a Hera and says, I'm going to attack right into you. Where is it even is the Scorpion? Sometimes it's so hard to see. He's busted in. And now what? How embarrassing. Ba-dum-ching. Pedro, hello, hello. Yesterday was the Bears Day. Was it? Did we see a lot of bears yesterday? I don't remember. Another villager kill. Oh, this is certainly one way to even up the villager. And look at the construction project that Vinchester has to do just to keep these villagers safe from one night so you can get the town center off. Up, rather, not off. And Hunnic army retreats. 12 kills. 3 of those are villagers. And now it is Purple's turn to try to get. It looks like he got 1 villager. Yeah, he went from 5 to 6 villager kills. So an absolute terrible engagement for Vinchester to the rear here. He's lost 16 villagers to 6. So far, this seems to be Barles' game to take. Even though I say that, there is a bit of a clock on the Hun, because if he leaves the Khmer with 4 town centers, that is a recipe for either a death ball of something, scorpions, ballista elephants, or it is a Hussar run by ad infinitum. And that is not something the Hun wants to have to deal with. So he's going to have to find a way to actually do major critical damage right now. He is narrowing the villager lead, but look at the army count. 3 times more army. Gets a bunch more villagers here as well. And Vinchester sends yet another group of knights. Just now getting bloodlines. No wonder he's been taking such shitty engagements. Let's see if he sees. Oh my god, what luck for Orange. Okay, never mind. I thought Orange got really lucky there. How did that happen? He hit the delete button right as Orange converted that knight? And now the monk has no faith and is going to die? What the hell happened there? That was very lightning fast. Who looks like a potential winner for the tournament to you, considering all the upsets? I think Sito is looking pretty good. Although, again, I don't know what happened in his set because I can't find the games and I didn't watch it. Watch Sito have gotten eliminated. Well, Tomislav, yeah, Hera is definitely not winning this tournament. Knights are chasing cavalry archers. Knights are engaging into no, you're not halberd, you're spearmen to the north. I mean, the Hun defense here is decent. It's not great. Relying on these town centers. That being said, Vinchester just keeps throwing clumps of knights this way, that way. 6 over here, 5 over here, 7 over here. It is not working well for him. He is down 24 villager kills to 12. Oh, wait a second. Never mind. I opened my big mouth again. And now he gets a few more villager kills, 25 to 15. And loses a knight, though. But now realizing that the monk has no more faith to spend, immediately charges into him. Looks like a very forward castle here for our Hun. Oh, who wins this, actually? A couple of damaged knights on the low ground, or fully healthy, kind of, but not really full health cav archers who run away, realize that, hey, wait a second, the town center can kill this knight. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Why are we wasting our time? Oh, he did not need to lose that cav archer. It looks like Vinchester's attacks on the other side of the map are completely over. He is full on defense mode right now. Khmer Scorpions do come with extra range, so with Siege Engineers not plus 9 in total. Zygos, hello, how are you tonight? No, where is our Hun going? Now look at the villager, 108 to 98. This is what I was talking about. Barles having a clock. on him because of 4, now 5 town centers for our Khmer. We'll see how well he does. For now, Vinchester actually running away. That being said, we're getting into death ball territory for these cavalry archers. 1 conversion. Did he spend all the faith just on that one? No, it looks like he converted 2 knights. We're now going after the scorpions, which, to be fair, the castle should have gotten. 2 scorpions down. Holy moly! What the hell happened here? I'm gonna do something I really don't like doing, but we need to see what the hell happened here. Well, what happened here is Vinchester thought he had the high ground, thought he could delay the villager kills and get the castle up, and he was right, but he lost a lot of knights for it. But ultimately, the castle does go up. That's a lot of dead purple, though. These 4 survivors are heading... Yeah, good night with a K. That's funny, Derek. You are cooking right now? Interesting. What are you cooking, Zygos? Ooh, and yeah. A little bit surprised at that GG. Although, it's one of those I hit Imperial GGs. I think if this castle wasn't here, maybe Vinchester wouldn't have tapped out. But seeing that the castle was there, realizing that he's going to get Trebs. Although, to be fair, you're the Khmer. You're at 120 villagers. Do you care if you lose a town center or 2? Salim Huns are Huns? Yeah, Huns are Huns. And in Imperial Age, Tarkans can start coming out. There's a Treb already. He literally hit Imperial immediately, a Treb. But like I said, I think our Khmer can afford to lose this. He still has a villager lead. Those cavalry archers are not upgraded at all. So out of 31 army count, 22 is cav archers. But they only have attack upgrades. Even with Bracer, that's just an extra +1. They do not have any armor upgrades. I think Vinchester could have stuck around for a little bit longer. Losing knights over here, it's never great, but maybe he knows something I don't about how this game will play out in the next 10 minutes. Like I said, I don't think losing even 2 town centers for him right now is the biggest of deals. He'll have 3 left, which is not the end of the world. Most of the resources are not really being lamed right now. I guess this gold patch kind of is. There's stone up here, but I think there's the Hun's mobile. Let's look at the vision of the Hun, because I feel like he's everywhere. Static defense, offense to the bottom, static, non-static rather, mobile offensive forces to the north. And Vinchester just, like I said, keep throwing 5 knights, 6 knights, in this case 4 knights, over and over and over again, trying to get some kind of damage done. Didn't really work out for him. Knights to cav archer, light cav to light cav, archer to knight. Peak APM 17-minute peak APM for Barles right at the beginning of the game. Furiously clicking. No houses. You have to do a special start, I guess, for the Huns. And let's take a look at the resources, because look at that. If you remove the 100 gold, they're pretty much 1,000 resources apart only. 3% difference in economy. Pizza Napolitana, hello. Yeah, we were talking about pizza earlier. Food and gold going to our Khmer, wood, and just a little bit less gold. There's those cav archers discounted as they are. 7 conversions out of 93 is not bad at all. That's like 7.5% of the Khmer army. both players destroying one building. But again, I don't know that Vinchester necessarily needed to GG here. It somehow always seems to be the case, though, when a player is behind, they look at the score and they don't realize that they're not that far behind. He's ahead 11 villagers. He does have a decent army count. It's not like those knights become less valuable if he goes up to Imperial and upgrades them. He has a Scorpion, 3 monks. I don't know. These cav archers are fantastic, but their upgrades, again, are not the greatest. Absolutely shit upgrades on the knights for the Hun. Although I guess the Huns do have the heaviest of all heavies, the Paladin, that they can go up to. So maybe Vinchester played like in chess a few moves ahead and saw that there's not much that he's going to be able to do against the Huns in the late game. Because, yeah, Huns are Huns. And with those cheaper cav archers, with Marauders, especially Tarkans, if they come out, there's nothing here that can contest Tarkans. Those are the elite this castle up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No walls, push all game. Yeah, exactly. The questionable GGs are... Look, Lemmy, I think they're questionable GGs, but like we've said in the chat, I'm not a player. I'm a caster, so I don't know necessarily that my opinion is going to be as valid as the players, but look at the population. Vinchester's down 1 population, 138 to 139. It's not like it's 31 army count to 5, it's 31 to 19. And in 1v1 battle, if he can convert 3 knights from Barles, his army is better. Anyway, doesn't matter. Won't cry over spilled milk. Let's move on to game number 4. Porque ha perdido muchas unidades y eso lo desmotiva. Yeah, I think that's it's psychological. It has to be psychological. SS71, my friend from Oshawa, how are you? Was Oshawa as disgustingly warm as it was here today? All right, game number 4. Yeah, Bizarre thought that's exactly it. I think they see the score and they assume that the score is some kind of like 100% accurate barometer. Whereas we see the score and we're like, well, no, wait a second. A lot of that is scouting, etc., etc. But to be fair, like it could have been a good GG. In any event, this time Barles is playing as the Japanese taking on the Tatars. Nice. This should be a fun matchup. What do we think? The Japanese are going to go cav archer? Foot archer? Or will the Tatar go melee cavalry, which will precipitate the need for some of those lightning fast Japanese spearman line units? To be fair, he has no way of knowing how big or small an advantage the opponent has. I think one of the hardest skilled pro players is being able to calculate that reasonably well. Fair enough. And like I said, a lot of it comes down to our God's eye kind of vision, seeing literally everything that's happening on the map. What is going on with these open Arabia maps? Our Japanese gold off to the side, stone nice to the back, as is extra gold. Forests not very helpful at all, but a little bit more defensible position for those. But the front of this base completely open. And by the way, this is his 3rd gold. His 3rd gold is halfway to the it's halfway to Vinchester's base. Because this is his primary, secondary. Oh my goodness. What an absolute disgusting location for gold. I mean, what do you even do here? That is ridiculously sour. Let's take a look at our Tatar. Primary gold to the back, stone to the exposed to the front. Does have a forest in the defensive kind of position on the attack path here, as is their neutral forest nearby. Extra gold nearby, extra stone nearby. Where's his 3rd gold? Yeah, I mean, come on, you can't compare this gold distance and it's safe kind of off to the north, and then whatever the hell this is. This is, I would demand a map respawn if I knew that this was the position of my 3rd gold. No, this is ridiculous. Yeah, Lemmy, that's exactly it. A lot of the score, especially in the early game, is just primarily scouting, which is why Hera always sends his weak scouts out. It's such a multi-purpose thing to do that gives so many benefits. That's a CD gold. What's a CD gold? Yeah, Doc, that is just mean, right? I mean, this is 6 tiles. 12, 18, 24, about 24, 25 tiles away. Meanwhile, this one, 6, 12, 18, like 20. And it's safe. This is just gross. In any event, we'll see. Location of resources is one thing. Player skill is another. Oh, castle drop gold. Someone is either going to make a castle or a siege workshop here. And I don't know who it's going to be. You think his third goal is to the left? Is this one? So where's his second gold? Yeah, he has this one here, Lemmy. Then this one here, which is the second. And then he's got only 2 more. But this is a 3 patch. So this is the neutral gold. The 4 patch is the real gold. Just like Vinchester has the 3 patch over here to the south. No, this is very much supposed to be Barles' gold. And has he seen? No, look at how much scouting he's done. By the way, funny little D-shaped scouting here as he discovers his opponent's base, right as his opponent discovers him. And isn't it funny that our Tatar has also missed this gold by 1 tile? Amazing. All right, Egg, we are marking your words. If you're wrong, you're getting a permanent ban from this channel. Sukri, good morning, good morning. I mean, between the Tatars and the Japanese, there definitely are going to have to be cav archers for one of them. Okay, are we going to get to see our first kill? And to be fair, actually, we're going to get to see the first 2 kills as they go to Barles. To be fair, I believe the Japanese archer line is actually better than the Tatar, although the Tatar... Permaban. I just wanted to say the word permaban. Just because it's funny. But, I think the Japanese cavalry line, if I'm not mistaken, is the better one here. Because they get arbalesters, whereas the Tatars don't. Although the Tatars do have silk armor. So ignoring unique techs, I think the better archer line here is for the Japanese, and their foot archer, their cav archers do come with an attack bonus against foot archers. But factoring in unique technologies, I think, yeah, maybe with the extra armor on their cavalry archers, it is the Tatars who have the better line. In any event, we're both in the feudal age, both at 22 villagers a pop. Our Tatar would have an army if Barles didn't kill all of it. Now he's at 0 army count to 3. And our Japanese is going militia, scout, archer, and a skirmisher. Now remember, we are in the feudal age, which means this militia, even though it's a dark age unit, does attack 33% faster, 1.5 second delay to the usual 2 that infantry have. Spearman goes out, still hasn't seen the gold. Has Orange seen it? Okay, Orange has seen it. He must be thinking, what the actual hell? Am I going to get castle dropped? Is Egg going to get perma-banned from the channel? I'm sure is exactly what Barles is thinking about right now. You've learned the word gross from Monkey Island. Time to relate it with meaning. One guy was spitting and the character said it was gross. Yeah, spitting is gross. My uncle doesn't watch hockey because he hates how when the hockey players are on the bench, they're just disgusting. They're like spitting and horking and snotting all over the place. He thinks it's very gross. And so he doesn't really participate. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's part of the sport. They're wearing like 50 pounds of equipment. And they're flying around the ice at top speeds on basically shoes with knives on them. They can spit a bit here and there. It looks like our Tatar is being put on the defensive again. Having lost 3 units, did set him back initially, but now the home guard is here. 4 skirmishers strong. Should be enough to zone this entire army away. If he can only deal with the scout, and he is dealing with him quite well. Okay. What the hell is that? The scout just wanted to get a better look at the skirmishers, but he's pulling the skirmishers off to the side, and now all of a sudden this force is left what am I talking about? Undefended against is I guess the best way to say it. Unguarded against. But the scout returns, so do the skirmishers. So he had an opportunity there. It looks like he was gonna get one of the skirmishers for a second, but another bizarre base shape. Actually, for both players, again, this looks like a bit of a butt on the right side here. We've seen those butt-shaped bases before. You need to be very careful here. I would maybe send the archer to chase. Oh no, there's one up here. No minimum range for you. So Vinchester does manage to get the first kill of the game for himself. Spell and realm before neighbor and plumbing. That's fair enough. I remember when I was living in Norway, there were every single TV show comes with English subtitles. And then I was like, why the hell is every Norwegian so proficient in English? How do they speak the language so well? But then I realized, like, from birth, they watch TV. They watch cartoons and shows, Ninja Turtles, whatever. It's all with English subtitles. Yeah, I would say your English is pretty damn good. As is the defense here out of Vinchester, who, to be fair, like I said, did lose 3 units to none in the beginning of the game, which you think would have set him back a little bit, but no. He's just down 2 villagers. If Barles hadn't gotten a kill here, it would be down 1 villager. But he's defending. Unfortunately for him, our Japanese is already en route to the Castle Age. It must be these archers, right? Yeah, they got the villager kill. What is happening here? Holy moly! Oh, look at this. 3 tigers managed to get 1 kill here. The last one, then he got shot. That poor Mike Tyson tiger. Is this one going to spring into action as well? What a fun little chain there of 3 tigers. And now Barles is basically leading this army into the middle of nowhere. And honestly, leave this. Let the tiger get it. Okay, he agrees with me. Or maybe not. Maybe he's moving to cut him off. No, he's moving south. Okay, Archer decides to take matters into his own hands. But by the time Orange re-attempts to take this part of the map, there's already a wall off. Purple has secured himself. Maybe not in this part of the map, but at least to the north, and he is also now 1.5 minutes away from Castle Age. So what is our Japanese going to do in Castle Age? What are we working with? We've got a stable that's on the inside that I don't know if... Yeah, I don't think Purple has seen that stable. I don't see any other additional military buildings. He's going, okay, crossbow Botkin. I have the tiger. Do. I was trying to come up... Maybe the chat can help me because you guys are pretty clever. I was trying to come up with like a nickname for crossbow Bodkin. Like, you know how Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were Brangelina? What would be the crossbow in Bodkin? Crosskin? Bodbo? Boskin? I was trying to come up with like a cute name because it's such a common thing to see. I think it's time we gave it a bit of a celebrity couple name, since everyone in their family member gets crossbow and bodkin. Crodkin. Yeah, right. It's hard to come up with one that rolls off the tongue. I thought Crosskin, but that doesn't sound like a celebrity. Crosskin sounds like something you put on you, like a rash on the back of your knee or something. Did you apply your Crosskin today, honey? Hey, Richard. Oh, you don't have to apologize for being late ever. I'm just glad you joined. Right as I'm basically asking everyone to do my job for me and come up with a celebrity name for Crossbow and Bodkin. Baskin Robbins. Holy shit, has the quality of Baskin Robbins gone down? I used to love getting Baskin Robbins. Their chocolate chip. Extra TC to the back for orange, extra TC to the back for our Tatar, but unlike orange, these TCs come with 300 extra food in the form of 2 roided out sheep. And hello. David Hill with the Gandalf quote. Okay. Kill count. 2 villager kills for 1 player, none for the other. But to be fair, not a lot of damage being done here to Purple, because he is now ahead. 3 villagers ahead, 2 army count, and he's getting ballistics. So these crossbows are going to be a little bit more dangerous, especially to this one knight that has 11 whole HP. Might want to be careful, and Purple is walling off a decent chunk of the map. Now we finally got the more standard bases where the wall-offs go to the edge of the world, where Captain Jack Sparrow is engaged in battle with whoever it was that I forget who the bad guy was in Pirates of the Caribbean World's End. Pan, honestly, one of the reasons I guess the big reason I started my channel on YouTube is because it's becoming more and more popular. This game is not stagnating. It's not dying down. I hope. I mean, obviously, every time I say something, the opposite happens. So I hope that's not the case this time. Are these the knights? Somewhere the knights died to those 2 crossbows. I'm hoping this is the exception to the rule when I say something that the opposite happens, but oh, and it's in fact, it is our Japanese who is training those cav archers and coming here with a massive foot archer army. It was Davy Jones at World's End? Okay. Tyler, there is a whole channel out there on YouTube designated... Not designated, I don't know. Sometimes, the word isn't the right word. What am I saying? Like, the videos are Age of Empires ASMR, so it's like an 8-hour clip of woodcutters, of lumberjacks, just slowly working away. Ooh, Valdi misses the crossbows. Where are they? So it's just this. For 8 hours. To me, that seems a bit like water torture, 8 hours, but by the way, Davy Jones was freaking awesome with Pirates of the Caribbean with I forget the name of that actor, the British actor who played the head vampire in Underworld. Bill Nye, I think, with a Y at the end, if I'm not mistaken. He is such a fun actor. There was that old movie, I forget what it was called, about the radio station in England that was on a boat. Freedom Radio or something like that. Such a good movie, and he played in that as well. I miss the era of like good movies. I don't think I've seen a good movie in a while. But what I'm watching right now is maybe a little bit better. We've got cav archers moving in for the kill. Where are they going? Where the hell are these cav archers going? Looks like crossbow on crossbow Purple wins that battle. I don't know that 2 mangonels was worth taking all of that damage on your army. All of a sudden, our Tatar army is 10 ahead. He's ahead 7 villagers. Let this be a lesson to anyone who loses 3 military units in the very beginning of the game and feels demoralized and wants to tap out in GG. Stick around. Put your head down. Get those Tatar town centers up with the 300 extra food. And just go ham. 10 more villagers for Vinchester. 7 more army count. He's ahead 50% in army count. You once caught a live stream of a 1-player Forest Nothing with Wonder Victor, and he had 1 villager chopping wood for 13 days straight. Oh my god. The boat that rocked? That doesn't sound right. No, that doesn't sound right at all. Maybe in Quebec it was called the boat that rocked. I like A24. It is a fantastic studio. Egg, I think there was a different name in English. And it was a very good movie. You want to see the 4-hour cut of Braveheart? I didn't even know there was a 4-hour cut of Braveheart. You did a marathon with Lord of the Rings with your girlfriend? Is she still your girlfriend after it? If I tried to do that with my wife, literally 3 minutes in, she would lose interest, and I would just watch it on my own. Patrick, guten Abend. Kosix, the series is going actually pretty well. We're in game number 4, 30 minutes in. Despite some initial losses, our Tatar has rebounded back in a major way. Barles with some questionable pushes with his cav archers, although this one not so questionable. And now what's he going to do with these cav archers? Okay, moves them back out. Does have husbandry, so shouldn't take too much damage. May not even lose any. Okay, doesn't lose any of those cav archers. And he's dropping a castle right in the face of the Tatar, who already has a castle and is going Keshiks. Man, it is so hard to go cavalry against the Japanese when they have those halberdiers, those infantry units that absolutely attack lightning fast. Yeah, Bizarre Thoughts, I agree as well. It never goes well. The worst is when you like a movie and you try to introduce it to your significant other, and then within 5 minutes you see the cell phone come out and you're like, oh, are you kidding me? Barles is playing really well here. I mean, Vinchester playing well as well. Ooh, what the hell was the point of that? Why did he split his Keshiks up like that? Against the monk. That doesn't do anything to that sniper line. You can't dodge it. There's no ballistics for monk conversion. I don't know what the hell the point of that was. Maybe just muscle memory kicking in. And here we go. We're continuing with the archer push. I'm assuming we're going to get to see Cataparuto Trebs. Usually with archer pushes, because they're so weak against structures, they kind of do need Cataparuto Trebs. The Japanese are fantastically balanced. Oh no, forget Cataparuto. Oh yeah, we've got the Shogun out. I love this unit. After the Mameluke and the Teutonic Knight, probably the 3rd unit tied for 1st place. Look how he checks his katana to make sure it's still sharp so he can absolutely slice through any unit. And these Keshiks are going to melt. They are going to melt to the samurai. Not only does this unit attack ridiculously fast as a Mangudai, and there you go, one little love tap. It also comes with a +10 attack bonus against unique units, which makes it deadly against melee unique units. One of the only units that can take on a Teutonic Knight, by the way. But Elite Keshik doubling down, finally getting forging. Villagers on the low ground. Ooh, almost does die. Keshiks, poke, poke, poke. And now they are going to be elite. Like the Manaspa. This is one of the few units that can actually catch up to a cavalry archer. They're a little bit lighter on their feet. Oh, wait a second. These are not fully upgraded cavalry archers. Heavy, pikeman, bracer. Where is husbandry? Ooh, Keshiks get. Push away. I'm thinking the Japanese do get husbandry, right? I'm not like tripping balls. Yeah, I think they do get it. And there's squires for the samurai who I lost track of. Where the hell's the samurai? Oh, there you are. Oh. What a badass unit. Converted Keshik's Cav archers do take on a small force here to the north, but we've seen Vinchester do this before, especially last game. He doesn't mind throwing away a few units if it buys him time to get up the castle. He does not care at all. They are just ones and zeros on a screen. These are not real people. It always reminds me of that first episode of Rick and Morty where Rick asks Morty to smuggle that pine seed or whatever it was up his ass. And then they get in trouble with the Galactic Federation security bugs, and Rick says, kill them, kill them. They're not even alive. They're just, they're not alive. I forget, either the robots or whatever. And then Morty shoots one in the leg, and he sees that they are, in fact, alive. That's what I think of. That's how my brain works. Welcome to the insane ramblings of yours truly. 2 defensive castles. Oh, yeah, he does not want any kind of headache as he presses in to the Tatar base. This is going to stop all of the raiding. Even if the Keshiks bust into here, there's a castle to defend. Even if they bust in through here, there's a castle to defend, which leaves this Orion's belt of castles free to absolutely pump out trebs. 3 trebs on the high ground. Doesn't look like Kataparuto. They are taking a good amount of time. Let's see, their attack speed is at 10 or 7.5. 10. So no Kataparuto just yet. Oh goodness, the chat took a very dark turn. Patrick, that was hilarious, right? Morty, just shoot them, Morty. They're not alive, Morty. And then he shoots one of the bugs, and the other one's like, call his wife, tell his children, tell my children I love them. Or some like really sad thing. Oh, come on, you gotta react. Is he gonna try to split them again? No, he loses another to a conversion. Attack speed on the halberdier, what is it now? 2.25 compared to the usual 3. Vinchester's not getting a lot done with these Keshiks. Castle is down, emergency castle up behind it. And the Japanese army retreats? Interesting. Egg. You may stay in the chat room. Yep. I wonder if the location of this... There's Kataparuto, by the way. I wonder if the location of this castle, and there's silk armor. For the 3rd time, I wonder if the location of this gold is what motivated Barles to put on the insane amount of aggression that he is putting on. If he thought, like, look, the map screwed me. There's Yasama as well. He's got 100 stone. What the hell is he getting Yasama for? He can't afford any towers. Oofstadamus. 57 army count to 46, 143 population to 153. Again, what the hell are you getting guard towers for? You have 4 villagers on stone. Where even are... Now he has no stone. Okay. So he's gonna have to buy stone. Yeah, look, he's buying stone. 200 for 340 gold. Okay. As good as your halberdier. I mean, honestly, these halberdiers could probably engage into these spearmen, oh my goodness, skirmishers because of how fast they attack. But now with Parthian tactics, +4 attack bonus against spearmen, +4 attack bonus against spearmen. Both players are at 200 population. More archery ranges here in the center. We still have the one samurai providing an escort for the monks and the converted Keshik. He has still just that one kill that we saw. And now Vinchester pivots to the center of the map where he discovers that there is a castle on the gold. Our Japanese is fighting from the low ground against 2 counter units here. That's not good. So Barles, for the umpteenth time this game, taking a really shitty engagement. And why is this army not pushing in? Why is this army not pushing in? You just slaughtered half his cav archer count. I think if Purple knew how far ahead he was here, even with all these halberdiers, you still have skirmishers and cavalry archers. Yeah, there's your Yasima tower, by the way, getting shelled away at by a... do we have Timurid Siegecraft? No, we don't. He went for silk armor first, which fair enough. But probably Timurid Siegecraft should be a his next investment. Pan, you think Purple's gonna win? Well, he's starting to spam light cavalry. Going after those monks, finally. And here we go. Why is Purple's army carved into multiple groups here? Take that Tatar fist and shove it into the face of the Japanese army. Yeah, looking at the minimap, it's hard to bet against Orange right now. Although, to be fair, Vinchester does have what looks like a third of the map under his control. And he's just crushed through those trebuchets like they were made out of paper mache. Another Yasima tower being attempted here. Yasima tower denied. Barles now has 30 villager kills to 14. Another Yasima tower is going to fall. All those extra arrows, so freaking cool. Yeah, Yasima tower is ridiculously cool. R.I.P. Trebs. R.I.P. towers. And all of a sudden, the Japanese attack has kind of stalled, even though he's going up to 60 army count. Half of that is halberdiers. Although, to be fair, 12 of 48 army count for our Tatar is light cavalry units. Look at that pierce armor, by the way, with silk armor. 7 pierce armor. Basically like a Turkish light cavalry unit. Yeah, RIP to that one sad, sad samurai. Oh, yeah. Is there anything better than watching archer units take down a Treb because of that ridiculous pierce armor? So, Orange has no more Trebs. Purple has 3. Purple is down 35 supply, population, whatever you want to call it. Another stalled Yasima tower here. Did he destroy the one up here? Yes, he did. Bring the Keshiks into the battle. What the hell? Oh, yeah, there's 2 villagers in the middle there. And Orange is continuing to slaughter the Tatar villagers, but the light cav do close. Do close on what? Where the hell are these light cavalry units going? Are they just a distraction meat shield? No Timurid Siegecraft, no siege engineers, at least siege engineers for our Japanese. Let's watch this trap. Watch how fast it packs and unpacks. Look at that ridiculousness. And the attack should be 7.5 second delay, yeah, instead of 10. Will the light cavalry get it? It does not. Villagers are repairing. So we've got ourselves a big old battle here with an annoying forest in the middle. Yeah, they're both have no gold. And only 1 relic for our Japanese. "70 villager kills by Barles. He has slaughtered the lumberjacks. Our Tatar is down to 15 lumberjacks. He's trying to get this Treb so desperately. Watch them pack and unpack. Oh, it's so sexy how fast it is. And Barles takes it. Holy moly. I mean, I wish that game could have lasted a little bit longer. Who's kidding who? 7 pierce armor to 6. High ground, it looks like. But just the numbers are just not here for our Tatar, who now loses. How many lumberjacks did he lose in the last, like, 10 minutes? 30, 40? That's crazy. Why not trash units? Let's see what his production capacity is. Only 4 archery ranges? Really? How many stables? 9 stables. Okay, that's a respectable amount, but look at the Japanese infrastructure. 10 archery ranges, 8 barracks, and 4 castles still up. I'm really curious as to why he invested money in Yasama Towers. He spent so much gold on them. They accomplished very little. This one has 1 kill, 0 kills. As cool as they are, I don't think they were very useful in this game. Yeah, 2 kills on the whole. That poor samurai. Oh man, what a fun game. 138 halbs to 101 light cav archers to, where's this? Double the cav archers for our Japanese. And compared 1-on-1, the Tatar cav archer is better with that extra armor. Keshiks to light cavalry units. Sergey, hello. Egg, you're heading out. You're not banned, you know. Just because of this castle saved you. I am, of course, just kidding. Peak APM 33 minutes to 200 APM at the 1.5 minute mark. That is crazy. Economies, 13,000 more resources for our Japanese. Where did they all go? Because it's definitely not relic gold. 12,000 or so more wood. He's down in food, about 2,000 gold. And stone is basically identical. So, I mean, pretty much wood. 4 conversions, not the end of the world. 18 raisings to 15, pretty similar. The kill counts look juicy. 276 to 249, but ultimately 71 villager kills to 22. Yeah, our Tatar is just running out of steam and running out of locations. And he only has 4 archery ranges and 600 wood. So he can't really build more archery ranges and pump out cavalry archers. And by the way, he doesn't have any gold for cavalry archers anyway. What a fun game. I'm glad we got to see a single samurai. I didn't really think we'd get to see infantry out of our Japanese because I didn't think our Tatar would go Keshiks, but Keshiks indeed. What were the upgrades on these? I love that now he brings in the 2 Keshiks from up here. Now at the 54-minute mark of the game. Oh yeah, they're fully upgraded. Not the strongest unit. Broad's an enemy unit. Doesn't have to kill it, just has to attack it. Oh, Sergey, if the next games are anything like these, and keep in mind, we have minimum 2 more games. Could be 3, could be 2. But at the very least, we have 2. If they're at all like this, it's going to be super fun. Oh, you were suffering through Cossacks and Command and Conquer. All right, let's load up the next game. We've got Vinchester as the Mayans. Starting with an extra villager means they're housed, which is why he's getting loom against the Magyars. Interesting matchup. You think we're gonna get to see the Cav Archer out of the Magyars? This might be one of those scenarios where you might want to go. There's a lot of options the Magyars can go, actually. A lot of options the Mayans can go. Well, I say a lot, 2 or 3. Probably just 2. All right. At the very least, I believe we're going to get to see some kind of archers out of the Mayans. I don't think there's going to be a pure eagle play. You'll probably rewatch the stream tomorrow. No, I appreciate that. But so far, it's been a fantastic set to watch. Let's take a look at the resources. Actually, you know what? Maybe Eagle Warriors could be not a bad option here. I'm thinking about Paladins, but by the time you get to Paladins, it's in a 1v1. It is a scarce thing to see. It's a rare thing to see, rather. And I don't think... Do the Magyars get hand cannoneers? I don't think they get hand cannoneers, right? I'm trying to think. Oh, I should know this. I think the answer is no. And so without hand cannoneers, the Eagles could be a very big problem here for Barles. Especially 100 HP Eagles. Wild Child. Yeah, I'm very excited for this Civ matchup. Very excited. Not in the least because the Mayans are my favorite Mezzo Civ. But let's take a look. Primary gold. Oh no. Now it's Vinchester who gets screwed with a ridiculously far third gold. Looks like he's pushing 3 gazelles at a time. Yeah, Lemmy, the set has been fantastic. I mean, the level of gameplay in this tournament, out of all of the players that we've seen so far, there were some games that were questionable GGs. Some games weren't exactly the longest, but on the whole, it's been an absolute amazing group of sets. Yeah, no hand cannoneers for the Magyar. So Eagle Warriors might actually be a very valid castle early Imperial play here. But we'll see. I wonder if we're gonna get to see the new so now it's like all sexy because of this tournament to go double barracks opening. Everyone fell in love with it, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the double barracks is kind of intended to dissuade scout rushes. And if you're gonna rush with scouts, there is none finer than the Magyars with their discounted scouts. They are just built for light cavalry pushes. But anyway, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's take a look at what's going on. Primary stone front, primary gold to the back. What an annoying location here. 3 forests, none of them really helping. Long distance, a lot longer than the other maps. But they do get Parthian tactics for extra armor. Yeah. They do. And they get all the melee attack upgrades for free. So if they do end up going to melee cavalry, they don't have to pay as much. Getting blast furnaces is not only expensive, but also takes a long time. So Forest's not very helpful in the forward wall off position. Extra gold off to the back, extra stone off to the back as well. Not a terrible base for our Magyar, to be fair. And speaking of open, completely open forward position for our Magyar. Sorry, I meant to say our Mayan. Oh my goodness, it has been a long day, you can tell. Let's see, gold to the back, just like our Mayan. Stone off to the side, so nice and safe. Our Mayan is going to see where the berries are. Forest's also not helpful for the wall off, and then 3 patches of resources here to the north. Both extra golds to the north. And where's the extra stone? Why can I not see the extra stone? Oh, there it is, because it's right at the bottom of my viewing. So not really anywhere close to the base. Not very safe to mine, but not terrible. We'll see if our Mayan even explores that part. Oh yeah, fully upgraded heavy cav archers are much faster than the... Actually, I shouldn't say much faster. I think it's... I think the Elite Eagle is a 1.43 movement speed to the 1.54. So they're like 0.1 tiles quicker. But remember, they also have to stop to fire. And when they stop to fire, the Eagle can close, and the Eagle comes with bonus attack. But the Magyars have recurve bow with extra range and attack, so... I hope we get to see Elite Eagles take on HCAs. I really do. Barles' map looks so dry. It does look dry. A lot of resources here in this weird sandy, very light sandy colored. And I love, by the way, that our Mayan is putting on the pressure because he knows Has he even seen? He hasn't seen the stable, but he knows. Now he knows there's a stable because there's a second scout. But you don't really need to know that. You're playing against the Mayans. First kill of the game goes to those scouts. Hey, Weebra. A Prichnik, just in time. I didn't have time to watch the last game. They have been just absolutely fantastic games tonight. 3 kills to 0 yet again. A good start. And our Mayan is walling himself. Oh yeah, he does not want to deal with any kind of light cavalry pushes. Using the primary gold is interesting. Although we don't see any ranged out of our Magyar. Okay. I say that immediately a archery range goes down. Do we root for a particular player? Or for a player that we playing a civ we like? Wild Child, I have absolutely no preferences. I couldn't care less. I root for... Ooh, house. Okay, good. I root for a fun game. Although Wild Child, when they invent gambling on Age of Empires, ask me then. Then I may have a favorite or two. 4 kills to 0 as that Spearman gets surrounded. It's more cost effective for the Magyars to take battles against Spearmen just because, again, their units are cheaper. But this one has 3 HP. Little deke maneuver there. Oh, that was a fun maneuver. He went south, then he went back, and then he went up. See, Hera right now, for example, would take this scout with 3 HP, separate him from the herd, like a sick person from a healthy group, and then send him on scouting duty. And that's why his score would be ahead significantly. That's why he would know where all the resources are, all the relics are. 5 kills to 0 right now. And our Magyar does see that this is being walled in, double wall in. So he knows the Mayan wants nothing to do with him right now. Yeah, exactly, Sergey. We root for the spirit of competition. The more brutal the competition, the better it is. Edu, thank you so much. I'm glad you like the way I cast. I'm glad you're watching it again with us. Yeah, Lemmy. Okay, Wild Child. We're gonna amend our answer. If somebody is winning a set 3-1, we root for the one who has the 1 point, just so we can watch more. Unless it's like midnight and I want to go to sleep and I want to order my Popeyes and just, you know, pass out, then we root for whoever it is that will keep the set going on and on and on. Lemmy, that is a very good point. Our Mayan does have a spearman out there. Line of sight is not terrible, but he's not scouting with it. By now, this one spearman could have seen this entire southern area. Would have seen the gold, would have seen the relic, would have seen the wood. Probably would have gotten killed by the lion. Because he is not the Magyar villager. So he does not get the 1 strike policy. Alex just came home partying drunk as fuck, but AoE always delivers. Yeah, Sebastian played today as well, but unfortunately, I can't seem to find the games. There have been 2 sets in this tournament that I can't find the games for. I forget the first one. Oh, now he's going to lane the gold, and once this gold gets laned by these archer units, where's our Mayan going to get gold? Although he is heading up to Castle Age. I cannot find the Sebastian set. And it's pissing me off. Because it's not on AoE2rex.com. It's not on AoEinsights.com. It just like it's like they played a game and it wasn't recorded. Someone DoorDash you a pizza? I'm not gonna ask every screen. You're gonna ask until it happens. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Secondary wall off is already up. Primary gold has been lamed, so he just runs to the right side. But to be fair, in 30 seconds, our Mayan is going to be in Castle Age. How many archery rangers? No archery ranges, but double barracks. So we are going to get to see an eagle play. Okay. I'm surprised he's going after the scouts. I would probably think he would want to focus on the archers. Once you get rid of the archers, then you can go back to mining your gold safely, you keeping your wall up. Villagers making funny voices when they are hit during the foundation. You mean when they're building the foundation? And that's it. Our Mayan has secured his base, but bloodlines, horse collar. So I'm assuming the light cavalry push, or maybe knights out of our Magyar, but just one stable. Okay, eagle's finally moving out to the other side of the map. So our Mayan has held, got his butt up to the next age, and a monk is going to come out. So he suspects knights are going to be the name of the game. Barles' entire army is right here. Is he going to notice the spearmen? Come on. Come on. He does not notice the spearmen, or he notices and doesn't care. And these eagle scouts are going to go through a rite of passage known as Eagle Warriors, and now they're going to come with pretty decent attack bonuses in Castle Age. +3 against cavalry. Siege +3. Monk +8. And they have 4 pierce armor. Hopefully 5 for their sake soon, which means these cavalry archers that attack on an 8 will do very little damage to them. So Eagle's here to the back. Eagle's trying to bust their way into the front. I mean, you know there's a palisade right here, right? With 250 HP. You don't need to be attacking the house. I was going after the blacksmith. Not a bad... And while Vinchester is doing all of this, he is #1 keeping Orange at home. And #2, he himself is free to expand wherever the hell he wants. More eagles popping out. How many relics has Purple seen, by the way? He's seen the one to the center. And that's it. If only the spearmen had done some scouting. Barles, despite an initial push, which did net him 6 villager kills, he's not ahead that far. He's only ahead 2 villagers right now. And he is not plopping down another TC because he has no stone. A single knight. So still hard to tell if he's going to go, which branch of cavalry he's going to go. Has this been rewalled? Yeah, it has. And look at this. He's exploring. He thinks there's still gold miners here. Nuh-uh. What he discovers is a scorpion. Second scorpion. A third scorpion. Where are the eagles, by the way? Okay. Might lose a villager here, but not the end of the world. Will the cav archers risk it for the biscuit? They do, and this is not open. The scorpions should do a decent job. Might want to pull back some of these villagers. They are injured. And of course, he goes after the injured ones. Shot it. A couple of cav archers venture out into no man's land, and they get absolutely slaughtered by the eagles. Eagles, by the way, that still have no attack upgrades and just +1 armor. Eagles don't come with any kind of bonus against archer units. Unlike other counter archer units like the Gulam and the Huskarl, for example, they don't actually come with attack bonus against archers. They just have a lot of pierce armor, which he might want to increase. Our Mayan is now ahead. As I say that, our Magyar catches up. But 1 town center to 3, our Mayan is going to seriously start running away with this game. Remember, their resources last 15% longer. So they get much more bang for their buck when it comes to mining. Never mind, there is a 2nd town center, now a 3rd as well. Oh, that's so annoying. Is this really the best location for a town center? So far away from the stone? Our Magyar needs to get, at the very least, needs to get ballistics. Oh, he's moving to intercept. He's moving to cut this army off. He does have husbandry. And this army is running out of places to maneuver. Might want to split this army into 2 groups to catch these eagles. Spreads them. Oh, look at that. Going right through the center. They want that night kill, though. Oh, my goodness, eagles. Eagles are so maneuverable. They're basically half dead. More than half dead. And now I see a Mayan castle being plopped down. He's giving up the chase. Now he just doesn't want to get killed by lions. Plumed archers could also do well against cavalry archers. They are tankier than normal. Is this? Oh, no, it does not go all the way to the edge of the world. They are a little bit tankier than your average archer. I shouldn't say a little bit. 50 in HP for the base. I think 60 for the elite. And their movement speed, they are the fastest foot archer in the game. Their attack is not great, base of a 5, but... And beautiful maneuvering out of our orange Magyar. Sees the castle, sees he's too late. The scaffolding is almost at the top. And what is going to happen in here? He's getting the stone. Anything being trained out of you? Surrounded. Poked to death. Yeah, Sergey, remember yesterday? Everyone had cav archers. Apocalypto was a very good movie. Speaking of Mel Gibson movies. Actually, wait, Apocalypto was Mel Gibson, right? Ooh, our Mayan wants to chase into this, delete his own palisade. I don't know that you necessarily want to do this unless you wall this off. What is going on here? There's a bit of a traffic jam between this. Look at this. One village. Oh, but what? What is this? He just wants to get to work. This is like Los Angeles traffic here. That was ridiculous. The eagles went out. Where did they go? Am I blind? Where did those eagles go? Oh, they're in the castle. Healing up, I guess. As per doubt, plumed archers are trash units. I don't know about that. I mean, in Imperial Age, they are 39 gold each. Another castle here to the north that will get discovered by the outpost. Ouch. Vinchester splits his army up. Eagles in one part, scorpions in the other, and pays the price for it. He still doesn't have any upgrades on them, but he is heading up to Imperial Age. And now he can get El Dorado. Now he can get all the upgrades. Now he can get elite. Oh, I mean, now you know that this isn't walled off, right? And by the way, I forgot that the Mayans also have Welche Javeliners, so they can go skirmisher if he wants to go trash. Throw a second javelin will kill these cavalry archers. David, I was not excited for Gladiator 2, but I saw the trailer, and number one, Denzel Washington is hilarious. He basically plays himself in every single movie. A corrupt official of some kind. Somebody who's corrupt in a position of power. That's like Denzel Washington's like specialization now. Plumed archer gets seen by the outpost. I love, by the way, that orange. Let's see orange's line of sight, because I feel like there's a lot of outposts on the map. Look at that line of sight. And he is walling off against the eagles. Brilliant move out of Barles. But also the movie itself looks pretty damn good. Sergey, what do you mean when you say I think skirmishers? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Middle of the road castle does claim the 3rd gold of our Mayan. But this is still open. This is still open. No. Okay. This is an interesting... This is a very interesting wall in. Not really designed for anything other than to trap our Mayan in here and give access to that gold to our Magyar if he ever wants to attack into it. Both players are now in the Imperial Age. One Treb for purple is being trained. Orange does not have the resources for a Treb just yet. Not the wood, not the gold. These are just basic Eagle Warriors, but finally they're fully armored at 7. But that does jump. Oh, this is a lot of Cav Archers, though. They're going to be heavy. This is not the time for Orange to engage into a fight. He needs armor upgrades as well, though, against those Eagles. Eagles disperse. Group to the left, group to the right. One of them moves in, sees the castle, dies. And now purple has vision, although I guess with the Treb, he had vision all along, actually. But his castle's on the high ground. It's going to take a bit of a pounding. Yeah, Vinchester should get some skirmishers, especially with the unique technology that the Mayans have. He said he stopped making movies? Who? Mel Gibson? Sergey, feel free to think out loud as much as you want. Okay, Eagles now elite 8th Pierce armor. Look at that movement speed, 1.43 per second compared to 1.54. So literally 0.1 tiles slower. Attack bonus against cavalry now +4. So they are potentially deadly. Oh, purple's going to discover when he hasn't even explored this part. But oh my god, he built the castle and he's going through the only route available to him, and there's El Dorado. So those Eagles are about to get roided up with 40 extra HP. Why is he engaging right now? Why is he doing this? Does purple see? He still doesn't see the wall. Oh, that is so sour. That is so sour for purple. Oh my goodness. He must be wondering why my villagers are going this weird route. He does see the wall off here. Will he get the villager? Will he get the villager? No. Oh, Denzel Washington. Oh yeah, these Eagles are going to slaughter this. If the Eagles can close on these heavy Cav Archers, they will kill them. Unless there's a death ball, and unless we get... No, we still don't have recurve bow. Magyar Hussar is out. And instead of going for the siege, which is what this unit is designed to kill, it goes after villagers. Ugh. Has he seen the wall off still? Okay, so he has seen now part of the wall off. Doesn't really secure the stone, but does push. I mean, he didn't know Orange had a town center here. And now the Eagles, and this is what happens when you don't wall off against Eagles. Eagles, by the way, that are at 100 HP, 8 Pierce armor. Barles is about to discover the world of hurt, known as the Eagle Warrior. I'm very excited to see Denzel. He seems like such a piece of crap in Gladiator 2. Like bloodthirsty. I'm very excited for it. So let's see what's going on, because this castle is still under attack. Eagles are streaming in to the murder hole radius where they're going to try to pick off some villagers. Castle is attacking the town center, which has 15 villagers inside. The Eagle attack here to the north has stalled. Our Mayan has killed 30 total villagers. He is continuing. He's going up to 50 Eagle Warriors, and this Magyar base, as much as our Magyar has the speedier unit, he is running defense, and now he's getting murder holes. I love what's going on. I credit myself, you know, for 2 years, a year and a half, I've been lamenting the fact that pro players don't get murder holes. Maybe enough of them heard me. Kakiyu, tension. Yeah. Tension for our Magyar. The back of the Magyar base gutted. 60 villager kills to 14, but the castle is still up. I did see a couple of, where are they? Magyar Hussars? No, they don't have any kills. And they, what was here? They died? No, where are these two? Oh, they're in the castle. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, this is a very bad scenario here for our Magyar. He's just going to be running around putting out fires, and it's going to be up to our Mayan to put on pressure. Our Mayan has 3 castles, but he doesn't have any wood. How the hell does he not have wood? He's got 39 villagers on wood. Eagles don't cost any wood. He's got 1 plumed archer and a treb. What the hell is he spending his wood on? Can't possibly be reseeding farms that frequently. Now we're up to 68 villager kills. Safer, yeah, it definitely does look like a GG here. Barles has dropped to 85 villagers, make that 84. Okay, town center does clean up that eagle butt. Another convocation is heading forward. Now he's getting the neutral gold as well. And our Magyar, there's not really much that our Magyar can do here. I would love if Vinchester got blast furnace to make his eagles much stronger. They both have good amount of villagers on gold. Okay, this is one way to defend your units. Still no recurve bow though. Trying to bust through the market. I love the use of stone walls more and more and more. So our Magyar is doing what our Mayan was doing in the earlier part of the game, which is walling up, turtling up. He's gotten back up to 97 villagers. Wait a second. Maybe GG was premature. This castle. How the hell is this castle still up? Ridiculous. And finally decides. I'm assuming all, yeah, these are all Magyar Hussars. Magyar Hussars, by the way, if you're not familiar with the unit, they come with a bigger attack bonus against siege than Mangudai. It's 5 for the base model and then 7 for the elite. That is a better bonus than the Mangudai against siege. So if they can close on trebs, they will kill them very quickly. But he discovers, I mean, he must have seen that there was a, he must have seen that there were these gates up. Why did he attack into them instead of going around? Odd play. Oh my god. There's recurve bow. So now they're going to be attacking on a 12 with 8 range. But like I said, the eagles are a tiny bit slower, but the cav archer has to stop the fire. But they are now enough to one-shot these eagle warriors. I don't know, 27 fully upgraded Mayan cav archers. Ooh, is this guy gonna make it in time? Yeah, university? Yeah. Oh no, this is so annoying. How the hell is this castle still up? Finally it falls. Yeah, Sergey, eagles are a very easy unit to underestimate. And to be fair, the Magyar, where is it? The Magyar Cav Archer Death Ball is a beautiful sight to behold. The problem is that it's not so much the army compositions right now. Both of these armies can destroy. I mean, if the Magyar Cav Archer got into here, there would be 30 dead villagers in about 25 to 30 seconds. It's not so much the armies right now, in my opinion. Right now, it's just the fact that purple is putting on all of the aggression and orange has no choice but to stay at home and defend against this. And because he's staying at home, he's taking way too much damage. He's not out on the map taking resources except for... I thought I saw an orange. Where did I see orange? Oh my god, how many kills do these eagles have? 10 villagers. No, he doesn't. Orange doesn't have any villagers out on the map. Even here, just 1. These are 2 very deadly army compositions, which could potentially kill each other forever. But again, it's the fact that purple is putting on all of this aggression. Robsy, I didn't see if he got Corvinian Army. Definitely has recurve bow. Whether or not he had Corvinian Army didn't really matter. I think he trained like 10 of those Magyar, no, 29 of those Magyar Hussars. Man, he lost a lot of Magyar Hussars taking down some trebs. Peak APM 50 minutes in. Peak APM, okay, for one at the end of the game, one at the beginning of the game. I mean, this is just a classic situation where one player has a completely open base. As walled as this is, there's no resources here. There's a bit of wood and farms. And the Eagles have just been busting in, and he got, what, like 10, 11, 12 villager kills over here? The rest of the expansion completely open. Purple's taken complete control of the map. Even though I love that Orange was doing this, he forgot about this little corner. Has he even seen it? Yeah, he has seen it, so it's no excuse not to get that. And like I said, these are two army compositions that potentially can fight each other forever. Faster, attack bonus. This is, I mean, this is what a cool image of these Eagles charging uphill. And I think if the Cav Archers, if Barles had taken a risk and sent these Cav Archers, like I said, over here, which he could have easily, either through here or deleting one of these wall segments. If he got his Cav Archers into this, maybe the villager kill count wouldn't be 133 to 18. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness gracious. Wow. Mayan will run out of gold eventually, but remember, again, their resources do last 15% longer, so 1,000 gold is really like 1,150 for them. Let's see the let's see if he did get. There's El Dorado. There's so he did get Corvinian army almost as soon as El Dorado came out. There's recurve bow at the end. I don't see Huelche javeliners for our purple. No, I see the gold crown. I don't see the silver crown. Yeah, no Huelche javeliners. So the skirmishers are just the basic skirmishers. 2 conversions. Let's look at the economies. Oh man, our Mayan economy. Wow. 17,000 resources ahead of their opponent. But really, I mean, what do you do? 133 villager kills. This is what happens when you don't wall against Eagles. Sometimes I sound like a broken record, but it's on purpose. Corvinian army, what it does is the Magyar Hussar costs a little bit of gold. I think like 40 gold, if I'm 35 or 40 gold. And it replaces that gold with food. So they become trash units. Otherwise, they cost a little bit of gold, which is really annoying because it is a trash unit and it shouldn't cost any gold. And like I said, the attack bonus against siege is better than a Mangadize. And so against siege play, the Magyar Hussar is just an absolute beast of a unit. Also has I believe, a higher attack than the average Hussar. I think their base attack might be a 9 to the 7, maybe. In any event, Barles is on the verge of elimination. What a fun game number 5. And let's take a look at game number 6. Vinchester off in the 12 o'clock position as the Koreans taking on the Bohemians. Wow, okay. So super chunky cavalry archer, the war wagon, super chunky gunpowder archer, cavalry. I don't even know what the hell to call the half of the Hussite wagon. A rolling tank, a mobile wall. And where, oh where, is Barles heading? Ooh, I thought he was going to go make a beeline for his opponent's base, but nope. Okay. Also a potentially fun matchup here. Let's see what the bases for the players look like. Oh, it's a base attack of a 10? Okay, cool. Is that for the elite or for the... They get the Riz points. Oh man, this is quite the open base here for our Korean. Does have 1 forest on the attack path. Let's look at the attack path. Bit of a winding path left and right of the few forests here. A lot of wood to the left of the map. Not so much wood on the right side of the map. Okay. Although remember, all Korean military units cost less wood than average, so less wood does benefit them a little bit. But the Bohemians are the Bohemians. Primary gold to the back for our Korean. Primary stone also to the back. In the rear, he's got a few extra forests. And where is extra? Oh, man. Gold to the front. Gold to the front. Stone to the front. Sorry, off to the side. The additional gold might be a problem here for our Korean. His base completely open. Our Bohemian. Gold and stone both in the forward position. I mean, this is kind of protected a little bit by the forest if he walls it off left and right. Sometimes lately we've seen wall-offs that create a little bit of a chimney around their resources when stuff like this happens. But our Bohemian does have another forest to the rear. Ooh, I like this. Extra stone and gold to the back, and his berries are to the back, where I think for the Koreans, they are very much exposed to the front. And where's his third patch of gold? Off to the left. Okay. So on the whole, I think a better base here for Barles. Gildo, you have a feeling you've seen the Magyars in each series? I'm not surprised. They are a late game powerhouse, although they are also an early game powerhouse, to be fair. 9 in Castle, 10 in Imperial. Okay, I thought I remembered the 9 number. 50%, yeah, wood on infantry and archers, which is the infantry is basically just their spearman line units, because I think that's the only unit there that costs wood, but 50% less on archers is going to be fun. Although the Bohemian unique unit does tank a good amount against archer units. Where did I plan to cast Sito Sebastian? ROVC, I've been trying to find those games. They're not on AoE 2 Insights. They're not on AoE 2 Rex. I can't seem to find that set. When they were playing, I was looking to see if those games were being posted. I couldn't find them posted anywhere, so unfortunately I will not be casting that set. I hope we get to see War Wagons and Hussite Wagons, just because, I mean, those are some pretty chunky units, both with ridiculous pierce armor. Although the Bohemian does have that secret weapon of those spearman line units that do extra bonus damage. So if they can close on the War Wagon, they can do a little bit more damage. Looks like Purple has discovered the rear of his opponent's base. Does see the house. What about Barles? The exact same thing. It looked for a second like the villager was looking for a fight. But no, she's just heading to the lumber. I wonder if he saw the axe in her hand and realizes that going this way that the wood line must be here. I wonder if the pro players are quick enough to notice that kind of stuff. We here sitting in our, underwear watching this at the kitchen table, on the toilet, wherever we are in bed, have the luxury to say, oh, she's got an axe in her hand. We're not microing 7 different things at once. David, thanks so much for joining. Have a fantastic night. Hopefully you DoorDash a pizza at some point. Okay, so it looks like a potential little chimney wall off might be developing here, or maybe not. So far, players kind of just exploring the tips of each other's bases. Yeah, this is going to be a wall off. Did Purple manage to see that? No. Okay. So he pivots to the left just in the worst time, but will he go back? Orange does see the stable for our Korean. Ooh, okay. Not the biggest fan of the Korean stable, to be fair. They are, I mean, although that perfectly serviceable in Castle Age, who's kidding who, but in the later stages of a game, if the game does go late stage, I'm not a big fan of the Korean stable. Look at that, missing Blast Furnace, missing the last armor upgrade, missing Bloodlines. Not perhaps as bad as the Dravidians. I'm assuming it's for early game scouts, and then maybe for husbandry. for their cav archers, maybe? Yeah, exactly, Robsy. That's what I'm saying. Like, in Castle Age, you're fine. Unless you ignore the bloodlines, which kind of sucks. But they're serviceable. It's really the later stages when they really become unusable, basically. Oh! Korean Tower Rush. Let's see it. He's got 0 villagers on stone, and oh my goodness, Barles. He sees it coming from a mile away. And he's gonna do what with it? Let's see if he manages to contest this. He's down 6 army count to 8. Same villager population. Does have the defender's advantage here. And oh, purple turns tail. Purple turns tail. Loses a spearman. Orange loses a, looks like a skirmisher or 2. And now, of course, the pro player is allergic to just leaving their villagers idle. Has to build a house. Kill count 3 to 1. Okay, now he's moving back. So Orange saw the villagers. He must know this is for a tower push. And yet he's retreating home with his army. He does not want to take on these scouts. Nothing being trained here out of the barracks for our Bohemian. Remember, again, instead of a 15 attack bonus against cavalry, these spearmen line do 19. 25% more bonus damage. Mohammed, you were expecting the tower rush? It certainly is taking advantage of the shitty wood line here. But oh, even the tower, should it have been placed maybe here instead? It does leave a few trees able to be jacked. And by the way, not walling in here means that a tower can be placed here as well. Hey, Kato. Glad you could join. Okay, a little bit of a battle of attrition here to the south. It looks like a few units are fighting each other here. Now, Purple's getting the deer, but nowhere to really drop off the food at the moment. Oh, this one poor bastard caught behind enemy lines, abandoned by his scouts, but brilliant move out of Vinchester. For one skirmisher, he manages to outmaneuver the entire Bohemian army and gets himself a villager kill, the first of the game. Fantastic move. Barles fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Loses a villager, and now our Korean is back in the forward position with his scouts. But look at their HP. I don't know how long they're going to last. Yeah, and another tower going. So he wants to completely lame the wood. Again, maybe the tower in the middle here would have been much better. A lot of shelf life to these Korean towers. Remember, they upgrade for free as the ages go on and on and on. And in Castle Age, they do have Yupseong to increase the range by 2. And it's, by the way, one of the few unique upgrades, Yupseong, that does not cost any gold. It's just food and wood. Oh yeah, I can imagine the Korean being the most prevalent tower rushers. Maybe the Teutons give them a bit of competition, but the fact that their towers upgrade for free and in Castle Age can be upgraded with 2 extra range plus 4 range in Castle Age is pretty damn good. Let's see what our Korean is doing back home. Absolutely nothing. He is completely open. He doesn't even have enough wood for a mining camp. Oh, never mind. Does have enough wood for a mining camp, I guess. Now that towers do cost a little bit less wood. Oh, he's taking the wood right from the hungry mouths of the Bohemian children. Should have made a tower on the hill next to the gold. Mohammed, you mean here? Here a tower would have been actually fantastic, laming the stone and the gold. But this tower, counter tower is already up. That would have been a decent location, actually. Pork chops. I appreciate that. That's like a Twitch thing to have all these notifications and all these, like, it's like watching sometimes when I watch Twitch streamers with Age of Empires because of their overlays. No one in particular. They're all the same in my experience. It seems like I'm watching MSNBC and like watching Mad Money with Kramer. And it's like stock tickers going across the screen almost, like this guy gave this donation, this guy just subscribed, this guy does this guy redeemed points. So I get what you're saying, but I appreciate you joining the live stream. Yeah, that is true about their villagers in the stone. Is it 20%, I think, faster stone miners? Yeah, 20%, like the Turks and their gold. So let's see what's going on around the map, because purple is positioning himself, and he's going up to Castle Age, which means these towers are going to pack a little bit more of a punch, and he is going up to 400 stone. So I'm assuming we're going to get to see a castle at some point. And he is keeping Barles back. Barles, though, is also going up to Castle Age, not too far behind. 2 fewer villagers. Oh, if you don't like long-winded anecdotes, this may not be the channel for you. Pork chops. Full disclosure. My anecdotes can sometimes span quite the eon. Although, to be fair, my anecdotes are mostly food related. Kato, I appreciate that. Okay, so I thought we were gonna get to see a castle, but it's another tower. I'm assuming we're going to have to see Fletching and Botkin almost immediately in Castle Age, right? I'm assuming his focus should be on stone if he wants the castle push, or at least drop a castle somewhere. I can't imagine he's getting 500 stone just to have in his pocket. Barles, by the way, look at his... He's just been stuck in here. Look at his map vision. He doesn't see anything. He doesn't know what the hell's coming his way, except for a Korean guard tower now. To the watchtower. Okay, going for wood upgrades. There's Fletching. For our Korean, there's a siege workshop. The question is, will Vinchester just buy 100 gold, 100 stone, and plop down a castle? Or will he keep mining? We are light years away from Imperial, where he can upgrade his mangonels to get 10 range, which is just yet another ridiculous feature of the Koreans. Pork chop, I appreciate that. Muhammad, I'm going to be casting that whether I get invited or not, but I hope so too. A trip to Spain in October might be a nice little vacation. No blacksmith. If not, that really hurts. Can't make a siege. I think he's got a blacksmith. I mean, he has to. He's not the Khmer. So he has a... and we saw him getting Fletching and Bodkin almost immediately. And here come the Hussite wagons. So our Bohemian has defended, and he is going super chunky. Oh. Okay, seeing that the castle is up, he pivots into a more economic play now. So he's going to start expanding his economy. He still has 4 villagers on stone, which for the Koreans is like having almost 5 villagers on stone. And more Hussite wagons are out on the map, and they have just absolutely helped gun down these scouts from the Korean. And now they're pushing them. Look at the armor on this guy. 7 freaking pierce armor. What I really want to see is a whole bunch of villagers attacking a whole bunch of Hussite wagons. I feel like pro players sometimes forget that villagers come with a pretty decent attack bonus. +6, I think, against Hussite wagons. I forget if it's +6 or 7. I think +6. And they sometimes forget that you can surround, and because this unit fires so slowly, 3.5 second delay, it generally doesn't kill more than 1 or 2 villagers. And if you only lose 1 or 2 villagers for a Hussite wagon, you are doing well in life. Gray Shrimp, nice to catch you. The only way this cast would get any better if you followed more random animals around the map. I remember when I started the channel and I was fanboying over the animals, a lot of people commented that this is literally unwatchable. I can't watch your channel anymore. You are an embarrassment to Age of Empires. Why are you focusing on a lion killing a spearman? Okay, this is not a good move at all. This is not going to dissuade either the skirmisher or the Hussite wagon. Maybe it will. Okay, maybe I'm the idiot. Is there a 1 or 2 minute delay in chat? I mean, the Hussite wagon... So if you're not familiar with how this unit works, very quick tutorial. Super quick. Any unit behind it, so let's say there was a archer unit here. If it fired a projectile against the skirmishers, it would only do half the damage to the skirmishers, and then the other half would get taken to the Hussite wagon that has 7 pierce armor. So it like soaks up half the damage that is intended for units behind it. And there's that Korean castle on the high ground. He's managed to lose 2 towers though, places a 3rd. There, by the way, there's a lot of resources here that our Korean can take. Has he seen them? No, he hasn't seen the stone, but he's seen the gold. So not a bad place to set up shop here for our Korean. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's actually orange who reaches the high ground first. Great minds think alike, as purple is going to discover, oh shit, construction site is blocked by bohemian hippie villagers. And looks like the mangonel probably is the one that got those Hussite wagon kills, because the entire bohemian force is dead. Ouchie. Vinchester this tournament has been an absolute beast. His gameplay has just been ridiculously strong. And his game sense, I feel like, as I've been casting his games for the last year and a half, has improved significantly. Ooh. Ouch. Can you imagine running away and taking a giant freaking iron ball to the back of the head? They have that famous, there's that famous armor of a Napoleonic soldier during the Battle of Waterloo that randomly appears on Instagram every like year or two. And it has the hole from the cannonball from the British cannons. I cannot imagine a more gruesome way to die. I mean, I can, but it's a pretty damn gruesome way to die. A freaking cannonball bursting your chest open. You think you're going to start practicing AoE too? Good luck. Richard, thanks for joining. Have a fantastic night. Pork chops, are you talking about Dave? Okay. Mangonels are shooing this away. Both players are heading up to Imperial. It's our Bohemian who will reach it first off the back of 14 fewer villagers. And another Hussite wagon falls. Remember, they do have siege armor, and Mangonels do have a decent attack bonus against siege. And here we go, the battle of the chunkers. Don't be shocked by this unit. This is just a glorified cavalry archer, by the way. Even though it looks like it fires ballista bolts that should do pass-through damage, they do not. And somebody on Reddit was really up in arms. I don't know if I've told this story before, but I go on Reddit a lot. Somebody is really up in arms on Reddit because this is called the war wagon, and the Armenian and the Georgian donkey cart is called a cart. And the person on Reddit was like, a cart technically has 2 wheels and a wagon has 4 wheels. So this thing should be called the war cart, and that should be called the donkey wagon. And of course, when you make such a statement on Reddit, Monk returning home, of course everybody rips into you and laughs at you, but anyway. Yeah, bizarre thoughts. History has not been kind to anybody. I am incredibly grateful that I was born when I was born. Yeah, congratulations, by the way, to Nilly for landing a job with Microsoft as the tournament coordinator. Yeah, war cart doesn't sound good at all. War cart sounds like, you know, after a war, somebody's peddling a bunch of crap from a battlefield that they stole. 2 relics to none for our Bohemian, who is now with his bombard cannons. Theocracy as well for him. How many monks does he have? Going up to 7. Theocracy not bad at all. Ooh, did he get Hussite reforms? The Bohemians can turn their monks into trash units with Hussite reforms. Basically, all the upgrades only cost food, and the monk only costs food. War wagon killing a tiger. Hussite wagons taking on skirmishers while a mangonel makes its way ever so slowly. And here we go, the villagers. There you see Hussite wagon +6. Yeah, I thought it was +6. It's against Hussite wagons and against ballista elephants. They're the only 2 units in the game that have the heavy siege armor. Used to be called only Hussite wagon armor, but then the ballista elephant got it as well. So villagers are not terrible against this unit. They move faster, so they do catch up. They come with an attack bonus, and they only cost 50 food. And they don't even have to be Spanish to do it. Korean position in the center is being attacked. Towers are all down. Siege workshop is down. Infrastructure is down. He is taking the stone off here to the right. Trebs might want to spring into action and help their teammates out, but there's 2 bombard cannons, which Trebs are generally afraid of. What the hell's this monk doing here in the middle of nowhere? Okay. High octane action here as 3 war wagons. Ouch. Yeah, war wagon does roll off the tongue better than war cart. He must have gotten Hussite reforms with 9 monks. Oh my goodness. I wonder if we're gonna get to see Haufnitzes. That upgrade is more expensive than going up to Imperial. What the hell killed that war wagon, by the way? And why is there a Bohemian war wagon? I guess he got converted. I guess the skirmishers killed it. Oh no, our Korean is getting pressed into. The only army he has out on the map is here, and it is slowly getting converted, little by little. Another one will fall to the Bohemian monk, who I'm assuming has block printing. Yeah, he does. 12 range on that monk. Marco, yeah, this is unfortunately the last set. I couldn't find the Sebastian Citeaux set. I am incredibly pissed off. Oh yeah, true, if purple wins. If orange wins, then we're lucky enough to see a game 7. I wonder if he has Hussite reforms, because he's not getting the... I mean, look at his food count now. He might be getting Haufnitzes. They're 1,100 food, 800 gold. I don't think he got... Well, never mind. There's... Sorry, Wagenberg Tactics is getting researched. He's got 5 Hussite wagons, 4 bombard cannons. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. Look at this odd couple here. This is Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, for anyone old enough to understand that reference. Our Korean is here with those cheaper Arbalesters. They are fully upgraded, but not too sure what they're going to be able to do against the barracks and a Hussite wagon. Our Korean doesn't really have an answer to this right now. He's got 2 bombard cannons of his own. A couple of Arbalesters are gathering here, watching their villagers die right before their very eyes. Where are his bombard cannons? They're here. They're gonna get converted? No siege engineers just yet. Should get the Hussite wagon. There we go. Castle is being repaired. Looks like Barles is buying stone to repair it. Never a great position to be in. I've rarely seen Hussite reforms in a 1v1. The only time I see Hussite reforms frequently on high elo player games, F you to that Ibex, by the way, is in Black Forest. Oddly enough. What is the point of this town center? I don't get it. Why not just build 2 mining camps around the gold? Our Korean army is in a state of shock right now. Shell shock. And there's the Haufnitze upgrade. Yeah, why is he getting it down center here? I don't understand. You're not calling a crusade. Look, there are some armies you can fight like this. This is like guerrilla tactics here for our Korean. A little bit of an army here, a little bit of an army here, but not against the Bohemians when they go Hussite wagon. This unit has 160 HP. In 20 seconds, well, in 6 seconds, gonna have a lot more. It's got bombard cannon support. Monks. Oh, but the monks may have overstayed their welcome here. One die. The second should die as well, right? Ouch, 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 ouch. Ugh, that hurt me just watching that. Ooh, Gildo, you're drinking mezcal? I like mezcal. I hope so too for that, for our sake. Orange is gonna stomp him with villagers. Remember, the Bohemian villagers do benefit from Sanctity and Fervor, right? 15% next, 15 more HP, boost to their movement speed, so they are not quite as strong as Supremacy villagers, not quite as tanky as Incan villagers, but look at how fast they're moving. Look at this. One sec. Oh, by the way, we are getting to see a game number 7. But more importantly, speaking of anecdotes and random shit, look at how fast these villagers move. So cool. Oh my goodness. Like I said, there's some civilizations you can go guerrilla warfare against. You can carve up your army into little groups here, little groups there, depending on what army you have. But when your opponent has, oh my goodness, a converted bombard cannon. Ugh, that's sour. 4 Haufnitzes, 21 Hussite wagons, a converted war wagon as well. You cannot do guerrilla tactics, especially not with archer units. Bit of an unfair situation in army compositions at the end there. But what can you do? Such as life, skirmishers, arbalesters, and bombard cannons against Hussite wagon, basic skirmishers, and 15 monks. I'm curious to see how many conversions. PKPM right at the beginning, PKPM also right at the beginning of the game. Interesting. So both players furiously exploring their areas, etc. Economies. Wow, look at the similarities. And if you remove the 400 gold difference, they're actually identical, I think, right? 48.3 to 48.3. Wow. Identical economies. Trash to our Korean. As a stone, no surprise there. That's like a Turk getting more gold. No one's shocked at that. More gold for our Bohemian. 9 conversions out of 103. 9% of the Korean army. And by the way, a good 9%. Not like skirmishers and villagers. We're talking about bombard cannons, war wagons. 52 buildings destroyed to 4. Villager kill count 30 to 4 at the end. Although not done. I don't think that's really the biggest of deals. Both players ending the game at 3-digit villager counts. But about 40 or 50 more kills for our Bohemian. Wow, that's really yeah, unfortunate for our Korean, who, if you were wondering why the hell Vinchester was going all out with the early game aggression in the best way he could, which for the Koreans is a tower push, this is exactly why he went all out aggression in the beginning of the game. Because the last thing you want as an archer civilization, as cool as your towers are, maybe if he had siege onagers with 10 range, things would look a little different. Although if he had siege onagers with 10 range, our Bohemian would steal them. Or he would blast them to hell with these Haufnitzes, which come with what attack bonus against siege? 20 now. Wow, all right, setting up game number 7. I'm so excited. Handcard and Fervor OP. Yeah, I mean, the Bohemian villagers are, like I said, they're not quite as powerful as Supremacy, not quite as tanky as Incan, but man, oh man, are they fun to watch. Them running around super fast is very entertaining. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the final game of the evening. 3 hours and 11 minutes of gameplay so far has led us all to this moment. Who will go to the finals? Do you like my suspenseful introduction, by the way? I did not practice any of that. Not that it was any particularly good or anything. In any event, enough bullshit. Vinchester is playing as the Malians in purple. Barles as the Lithuanians in orange. So we'll take a look at where the relics are and see where our Malian might want to apply some pressure. Yeah, Marco, I'm very excited. If I come to Veracruz, I invite you as much mezcal as you want. Thank you so much. All right. Let's take a look at the bases. I mean, these are... Who wins? A latest with 4 relics, 22 attack, ignores armor, or a Farimba camel that attacks on a 14 and has 18 attack bonus against its opponent? Ravsi, who wins that? Fully upgraded Farimba camel, heavy camel versus fully upgraded elite Latis with 4 relics. It's got to be the latest, right? I really hope we get to find an answer to that question. That would be pretty much the coolest thing in the world. Says the nerd. The heavy camels? Yeah, the attack bonus, right? Let's see. Primary gold to the bottom, off the beaten path. Primary stone to the back, berries to the north. Forests thick and juicy. I like them. 3 big fat forests. Not really very much helpful in the attack path, which is a pretty much an open clearing. Okay, not bad for these 2 fast civilizations. Extra golden stone exposed here in the middle of nowhere. And oh, wait a second. What is our Lithuanian doing? Ooh, looks like Barles might have wanted to pull an elephant, maybe do some laming. Should be camels every time. Even against the latest that ignores armor? 22 damage? It's a question that I hope we get answered right now. Look at this. Our Malian is trying to push an ostrich while at the same time defend against a Lithuanian aggression. Barles is being so annoying. And what? Oh my god. He's pushing the ostrich now? No. No. That is such a waste of time. Okay, he's going. I mean, at this point, I try to find the other rhino or the elephant or the boar or whatever the hell. No, but the purple's going to get it. Anyway, let's take a look at the orange base. Primary gold, I like it. Nice and secure to the back, as are the berries. He's going to get the extra goats that he didn't get originally. And that's what happens when you're on the other side of the map, on the other side of the world. You have to send your villager to get those goats, which is a bit of idle time on that villager. Also 3 juicy forests, also just 1 in the forward position. Primary stone very forward. And then extra golden stone exposed, but 4 of the 5 resource patches all in one location. And then the 3rd gold to the bottom. So if our Malian sees this, this is a fantastic place to push into your opponent. Literally 4 of the 5 resources are here. Eric, hello, hello. The camel wins that? All right. Oh, damn you, zebra. Damn you, zebra. Aw. It's always sad when the blood spills out and then they start melting into the terrain. Barles has a more easily walled up map. You think so? With this big old open space here to the north? He sees the primary gold and the stone. He's going for those berries. Orange moves his villager to the south. You gonna try to wall this off? No zebra for you. Oh no, you're not gonna try to wall this off. You're gonna try to fight here. But who will take the high ground? Who will emerge victorious? 4 seconds away from the feudal age is our Lithuanian, who went off a little bit quicker with 17 villagers to 22. By the way, I forgot. Let's take a look at where the relics are for our Lithuanian. He's got one near his base to the south. He's got one near his base in the forward position and one near his base. Oh, good locations for relics. 3 of them for our Lithuanian. And then one to the southeast of the Mayan base and one to the northeast of the Mayan base. So every player has 2 close relics and a bit of a neutral one, which, to be fair, does look like a tiny bit closer to Barles' base. Barles does manage to get a single kill, drawing first blood. Oh, obviously now you're getting into like a deep analysis of the costs and all that stuff. You also have to factor in the, well, I guess, I guess they're both missing blast furnace, actually. All right. So Lithuanian did, or rather a Mayan did lose a villager. Sorry, my bad. I think I said Barles got the kill, right? There's that villager sinking into the sands. Oh yeah, can you imagine a Lithuanian Castle Age with 4 relics? Knights with +6 attack, Lechai with +6 attack. Crazy. People forget that you can still gather 4 relics in Castle Age, and the relics do apply to Knightline units. A 16 attack knight is a ridiculous unit. Oh, our Lithuanian, he's moving out. What's he doing? Is he going to lame the food of his opponent? Doesn't really matter. Our Mayan has gone full Howard Hughes, has walled himself in. Loki wish there was an option to remove corpse decay just so they stay there forever. That would be crazy on the graphics. And whoa, Lithuanian tower push. Why here? Why not here next to where it would lame the lemon bushes? At the same time, these 2 militias have accomplished absolutely nothing. Now they'll be fighting on the low ground if Orange decides to engage. And Orange, of course, decides to engage. Yeah, 19 attack Lechai is also pretty freaking ridiculous. Okay, militia gets shooed away. I can't imagine they'll be back for much longer now that there's an archer out. Our Lithuanian is housed, though. Oh, he's going to be housed for a while. That is very sour. Okay. So he walled off the forward position, thinking that this was like an arena-style push. And Barles just pivots. He's got 2 villagers on stone. He needs 20 more before he can get his next tower up. Why the mill? Go for the house. Ooh, what an annoying nook. Where these archers can set up shop and try to attack. But Vinchester going with the tried and true tested strategy against tower pushes, which is just rushing up the Castle Age. Probably get out that siege workshop, start demolishing towers. Meanwhile, more and more feudal age archers are streaming across the map. It looks like they finally did get rid of those 2 militiamen. I don't see purple dots out on the map. I see whatever the hell this palisade wall, I think it was for the lion. And now there's just orange dots everywhere, but these are feudal age orange dots. They are not quite as scary. I'm saying very cool Lithuania? What do you mean, Bizarre Thoughts? On the whole, I feel like the Lithuanians, Ropsy, they do want to get at a minimum 2 relics, just so they get blast furnace equivalency. 3rd relic is a nice little cherry on top, and 4 is just bonkers. Castle Age. Ooh, he doesn't have the wood. There it is. I love also that he's planting it right in Orange's face. Orange sees all of it. There's nothing he can do. Even if this house goes down, I don't think he has... no, he does have fletching, so he might be able to reach the villagers. Scorpion. Scorpion. Why not a mangonel? Garrison, garrison, garrison. Oh no, purple a little slow to react here. A lot of times when the pro players choose scorpions, I'm not too sure I like it. I mean, they do come with a small attack bonus against buildings, but mangonels are just so much better. You're not going to kill this with a scorpion, although I guess he's not relying on the scorpion at all. Going up to a castle is our Malian. Just now, Barles clicks up to Castle Age. Just now. His army is circling the rear, hounded by this Malian scorpion who, to be fair, has 0 kills. Might be a good time to sacrifice one of these archers so that the spearman can close in on that minimum range. I'm really curious why he went the Scorpion. I'm not the biggest fan of Scorpion play when you can go mangonels. But yeah, avoiding friendly fire definitely. Oh my god. Come on, let's see it. It looks like the bolts are bouncing off the edge of the map. Did you see that? Remind me at the end of the game to go back to the 20-minute mark. And now Gabetos are out. Our Lithuanian's not even in Castle Age yet. And the Gabeto... I mean, the base attack of a Gabeto is ridiculous. 10 melee damage is a knight level attack. Let's see if the... Yeah, you see how the bolt bounced against the ether? What the hell's that about? 1 tower down, 2 towers down. And that's all she wrote for the Lithuanian tower push. He's ahead 4 villagers. He's ahead a little bit of army count. And he's now in Castle Age. Where's that monastery? Anything? What a cocky placement for a stable. What an absolute cocky placement. Expecting no resistance. It's a wall and things bounce off of it. Damn, okay. All right. So really, this is like the Truman Show. Yeah, I know all the selling points of a Scorpion. I just personally don't like it. 9 times out of 10, I don't like it. It takes a lot of attention if the unit closes on it. And plus, I wasn't expecting the castle. I should have seen the stone count. But on the whole, I'm much more of a mangonel. You know how there's like, are you about T or A? I'm all about the M versus the S. Crossbows, though, should be doing a good job against these Gabetos. Their base armor is 0. And so the crossbows can catch them. They do have +2 attack and range. So both players, despite the tower push, the failed tower push, are sitting on the exact same villager count, although our Malian is going to absolutely explode. He's got 11 villagers on gold, which for the 12 now, which is for the Malians, what, 13? And Barles needs to suss out. Has he seen the extra TCs? No, he hasn't. He needs to suss out that there's extra TCs here immediately. Otherwise, he's going to just get completely left in the dust in terms of economy. And the last thing you want is a Malian on a full freaking economy with all of their tech tree availabilities, all the heavy hitters that they have access to, which, by the way, includes the Kapinga Flailing Gabeto. Barles is from Poland. There's the edge of flat earth. There's no blood sport in the Truman Show. True. The Roman Scorpion is a completely different beast. Although, to be fair, the Roman Scorpion is Hard to even call it a scorpion with all of its unique features. Zulak, how are you doing? Crazy how there's no top players from the UK or USA. USA, I think the top... Who's the highest elo in the USA? Daniel? I think. And then Lewis, who has been trained by Hera, is from the UK, I believe. Doc, one of my favorite Seinfeld moments is when Elaine finds all those recipes in the armoire, and then she goes to the soup Nazi and she starts listing off mulligatawny, and she goes, "You're finished, soup Nazi. No soup for you." And then she just goes, "Next!" Just yells it at him. And one of my top 10 favorite Seinfeld moments. Your brain went brrp, and you did an absolute crap ton of D&D prep. Okay, that doesn't sound like a brrp. Sounds like a fun time. Okay, he's killing zebras while the scorpion bolts are chasing him down. Our Mayan, by the way, has added a 4th town center. Ooh, look at that. Our Lithuanian has added 2. He's now down 17 villagers, 16. Did I see redemption for our Lithuanian finally? He has no relics. Remember, their monasteries work 20% faster. So they can start pumping out monks with techs much quicker than everyone else. How many relics has Barles actually seen now? He's seen the one to the south. He's seen the one in the center. There used to be one here, which tells me that somebody's returning home with a relic. And it got to be orange, right? Because I don't see purple with any monks. Oh, yeah. Okay, so our Lithuanian has 1 relic. Wow! Converting all 3 of them. No, sorry. I got way too excited. Converting 2 of 3 is still not bad. And just like that. Just like that. No more siege for you. Next! But he is down 21 villagers now as our Lithuanian. Like I said, the Malians... Yeah, of course he's preparing his stables. Of course he's preparing his stables. A 3rd town center going up for our Lithuanian, who, to be fair, does have a 10 army supply lead. And it is, in fact, the better army with 5 monks. If he can get even 2 or 3 conversions on the Gebetos, that's a huge swing. But he is about to encounter some Malian cavalry. Jambalaya. Newman was such an underrated character. Underrated, underappreciated. Newman was amazing. The first time when they're like, when George asks him, like, "What do you do for a living?" He's like, "I work for the U.S. Postal Service." And then George goes, "Aren't those the people that like go crazy and shoot up the office?" And then Newman just looks at him all serious and goes, "Sometimes." Oh, I miss Seinfeld. One of the things I'm very much looking forward to with my baby is introducing him to all of these shows. Uh-oh, Lion's on the high ground. Oh, still not enough to get a Loom villager. Safer. Malian horse line in Imperial is absolutely bonkers. They have an upgrade called Farimba that adds a +5 attack to all of their mounted units. So their light cavalry units deal 14 damage. Their camels deal 14 damage plus bonus. Ooh, he's contesting the castle. Barles has gotten 9 villager kills so far, 10 villager kills, but overstays his welcome just a little bit. And now he's sniping Gebetos who are trying to snipe these monks. I don't know who came out on top here. It's a lot of Gebetos. It's a lot of monks. It's a lot of crossbows. Imperial Age for our Lithuanian, who is sitting on 2 relics. So at the very least, our Lithuanian is going to have Blast Furnace equivalency. But it looks like he's about to get a 3rd relic as well. Oh my god, are we actually going to get to see Farimba Camels versus Elite Lechai? Ooh, does not get the convert. Holy shit, how fast do these units move? This is ridiculous. And look at their line of sight. Oh god, we've got a castle. We've got a castle. We've got knights. I mean, cavaliers are also not a terrible... What do the cavaliers come with? A 19 attack when fully upgraded with Farimba? I think 12 plus 7? Not a bad unit as well. Although, to be fair, camel's probably better against Lithuanian cavalry, although our Lithuanian is adding archery ranges. Are we about to see some hand cannoneers out of him? A very defensive castle here for Barles. The mini-map, all of a sudden, if you look at it carefully, there's movement all over the place. This is an elimination game, and you can tell. Ooh, this is definitely not a safe relic to get, and our Lithuanian has 3 relics. Let's see how many other ones he's seen. Oh, that's so sour. Look how close he was to discovering this relic. On this one, we know he's seen with the outpost. By the way, let's look at Orange's vision, because I'm seeing a lot of outposts on the map. Look at that map presence and vision. Well, not so much map presence, but vision. There's block printing, there's chemistry, there's handcart, there's bloodline, there's heavy plow. Imperial still a minute away for our Mayan, who is adding more Gabetos. I thought hand cannoneers, nuh-uh, you are skirmishers. Which, to be fair, against the Gabeto, it's a good cost-effective unit to have. Their base armor is shit. At least it is right now, 0 plus 1. They close in, they're going to go after the Mangonel for sure, right? Absolute atrocious volley out of the Mangonel. But here we go, the conversions. And again, who lost more? One Mangonel for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Gabetos, 2 converted. 6 Gabetos, 2 converted. Slowly but surely, our Mayan is blinding the Lithuanian. Siege workshops as well for him. He's literally getting everything but Lechai. Okay, we are seeing some hand cannoneers. Only 2 archery ranges. Barles needs to spend some of his wood on infrastructure immediately. What is he working with? 1 stable, 2 archery ranges, and a barracks. Our Mayan has 4 stables, 3 siege workshops. And that's about it. 2 castles, though. And there are the camels. Light cav, chainmail armor, conscription. I mean, right now, it looks like we are building up towards a massive cataclysmic clash here. What the hell is up with the cav archers? Our Lithuanian is literally throwing the kitchen sink right now against this Mayan army. Both of them getting bombard cannons. Our Mayan has the better melee upgrades. Our Lithuanian has the better ranged upgrades. Another outposts going bye-bye. Make or bake question cast. Pineapple on pizza. I am 50-50. Sometimes I really get in the mood for something sweet on my pizza, and pineapple just hits the spot so good. So freaking good. Uh-oh. So now the most our Lithuanian can hope for are 4 relics. Oh, we got the bomber cannon, though. That's good for a couple of trash units. Elite Gabetos, elite Lechai. Oh my god. I don't know what we're seeing. I don't know what way this battle is going to go. This is so confusing right now. There is literally so much diversity on this battlefield in terms of the units, but look at the army count. That's the real indicator. 35-6. 20 skirmishers being trained out of 2 effing archery ranges. By the time these 20 skirmishers come out, these Gabetos are going to be 100 years old. Oh my goodness. Barles got a little bit too comfortable. We saw it yesterday with the skirmishers. He got a little bit too comfortable with his army. Hey, Catherine. No, we are still here. And we are seeing a lot of strangeness right now. Gabetos, they enter the castle firing range. The Lechai, 21 attack right now. They are not yet fully upgraded. They need more armor. They're going after the bombard cannon, though. Or maybe not. Where the hell are they going? They're going after these bombard cannons. No, they're going after this bombard cannon. And they get it in the blink of an eye. Unlike the composite bowmen, these guys ignore the armor of all units, including siege. So these bombard cannons, I mean, there's a reason the Gabetos are hugging them tight and close, but the Gabetos move out of position. They're out of position. Okay. 1, 2, 3, but that's an expensive get. Oh my god, we're about to find out. Not Lechai with... Our Lechai are not fully upgraded, though. So Latis with 3 relics versus Farimba Camel. We are about to find out. They don't ignore the armor of siege? I thought they did, the Lechai. Let's see it. Let's see it. This is exactly what I wanted to see in the beginning of the game. It looks like the Lechai have the numbers here, though, so the camels are melting. They're also firing underneath a castle. All right, fair enough. 9 Lechai are out on the map, 12 camels, 45 army count to 28. Vinchester's also ahead in villager population. Big surprise there with all those town centers he's had. Even more. Their light cavalry are ridiculously strong if he's going to start spamming those. They attack on a 14 compared to the usual, what, 11 of a hussar? 13 on some? There's a lot of skirmisher trash here. Castle down. I do like Caribbean pizza. Like I said, sometimes I'm in the mood for a pizza with like a bit of sweetness to it. You know how some people have like a sweet tooth? Some people are more into savory foods. I like it all. Sometimes I'm in the mood for savory, sometimes I'm in the mood for sweet. So pineapple on a pizza is absolutely a-okay in my books. Another castle. Gonna take down another town center. Town center down, and oh no. Our Lithuanian's getting pressed into here, and he's going full on trash. At least their spearman line units do move a little bit faster than normal. I don't think he got tower shields because I don't see any upgrades on these guys whatsoever. He still does have 2 castles to research it from if he wanted to. And our Malian just has absolute map control. What's going on to the north? Oh no. Knights on a 17 attack. Ugh. Disgusting. Are gonna gut that wood line so bad. Where are the skirmishers going? Okay, they're softening up some of these camels, it looks like. Or maybe they're going after the bombard cannons? No, it looks like they're going after the camels. Or no, they're going after the Gabetos. Okay, meat shield in place. Even camels with Farimba are gonna have a tough time taking on halberdiers. Oh yeah. Oh, what a bad fight here for Vinchester. But look at his reinforcements count. He's training 30 units at a time. And meat shield is gone. Oh no, the bombard cannon gets left behind. No bombard cannon left behind. Why attack into pikes with bad upgrades when you're fighting pike counter and Gabetos? Because he's got nothing else. He's got barracks. Okay, at least he's up to 5 archery ranges. At this point, Barles is in desperation mode. He's literally throwing everything he possibly can. Doesn't matter what. He is trying to soften up this army to the south. Oh. Vinchester goes on to the finals. Wow. And he lost control of the relics. Not that they mattered at the end. He didn't have any heavy cavalry at all. No knights, no anything. Gildo, I love tacos al pastor with pineapple. What an amazing game number 7. First of all, exactly 50 minutes, which is funny. But I think for the last, up until what, the 40-minute mark or so, it seemed pretty even. And then the Lithuanian army just melted, and then it was like 36 army count to 7 or 8 or something. And ever since then, he just has not been able to get his military up and running, and he went full on trash mode. He needed these barracks up maybe 5 to 10 minutes before when they came up. He needed these extra archery ranges 5 to 10 minutes before when they went up. And unfortunately for him, he just fell behind the last 10 minutes. And literally the last civilization you want to fall behind is the one that has a light cav that raids on a 14, the elite Gabeto with a 15 attack, and freaking camels with a 14 attack and 18 bonus. What a crazy, crazy game. Sergey, thanks so much. Sorry, cat. Okay, Doc, have a fantastic rest of your afternoon. 101 Gabetos. I mean, just look at the armies. This tells you everything you need to know. PKPM right at the end, PKPM right at the beginning. And the economy, 14,000 difference in economy, even though Barles had the relics for most of the game. 8,000 more food, 6,000 more gold. I mean, that's just a Malian. It's not as good as the Turk, but it's still not bad. 10% more drop-off gold and an extra castle's worth of stone. 6 conversions not playing a role, 30 raisings to 2. Well, I'm going to go and take a picture of the Domino's pizza that I have waiting for me, and I'm going to post it on our Discord. Then I'm going to consume that pizza and try to go to sleep. The Cito Sebastian games were wrecks, so they probably gave them out to casters earlier to not spoil the results. That's why. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, because I was getting real frustrated that they were playing the game, but how come I didn't get those wrecks? Now I feel like left out, like it's like some kind of high school clique I'm not a part of. That's annoying. Anyway, it makes sense that they were recordings. Otherwise, yeah, I would have probably seen. Maybe if they're recordings, I can download them anyway. In any event, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for commenting. I don't know if there's a Discord for the Shen Cup, to be honest. I tried to find one on their Liquipedia page, but the Liquipedia page is quite sparse. There's not a lot of information on there. But for now, the only information is that I am going to go take a picture of my Domino's pizza. I'm not cool enough. I'm not with the in crowd. Anyway, hopefully tomorrow the finals is not pre-recorded, and we'll meet at the exact same bat time on the exact same bat channel, and we can watch the finals tomorrow night, because whoever it is that won that other set, Sebastian or Cito, Vinchester has been playing like an absolute beast. Yeah, have a fantastic night, everyone. Oh, Robsy, you were asking about my Discord? Oh yeah, there's a link in the pinned comment. I thought you were asking about the tournament Discord. In any event, everybody, thanks for joining, commenting on your way out. Please do hit that like button if you liked what you saw and heard. Oh, Catherine, we'll get to see you tomorrow. Perfect. And everyone have a fantastic night. Take care, and see you tomorrow.